Oh, it's me. It's me. Hi. Hi. Hi, I'm sleepy. I'm so sleepy. Oh. Not sure if I'll be super talkative this stream. So I'm actually very tempted to join up in a Discord server just to have like some company or something. AKA having other people talk so that I don't have to be the only source of entertainment. But otherwise, today we have a commission. This commission is for Fairy Hippie, who is a Twitch streamer. Give them a shout out real quick. Fairy Hippie. Wham bam. They are having me illustrate them taking the role of Hermes in Hades 2. So we have like a ton of references and the original art that we're going off of, and the sketch is all tied down and approved to go ahead. I just gotta change their cat's tail. Otherwise, we have like the clear go ahead to just scramble on forth and get cracking on that. Alright, let me check something real quick. Properties. Yeah, I think I'll go stick my nose in a Discord and see if we can fish up any forms of company. Boop. Okay, and double check. Okay. That should be good, and then I just gotta go live in the Discord as well. Beep, 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 so people know what the heck I'm doing. Okay, theoretically, we're all good to start then. My sleep schedule has been a slow-moving disaster lately. So I got a weird set of sleep the last couple of nights, and then I'm also doing D&D tonight, which is going to be from like 10 p.m. to like, I don't know, maybe 2 p.m. or 2 a.m. So like things are going to get weird, but I'm in that weird zone where it's like if I don't take a nap, then like maybe my body will properly crash when it's supposed to, and I'll get a proper night's rest because of it. It's so not advisable, but it might just work. We're a mess. We are seriously boy fail coded today, but it's fine. It's fine. Our chins are up, so it's fine. Okay. I could trim down part of the reference here so that it's not overlapping the sketch. Ooh, or I could do a mask on this whole thing. Let's see, layer mask. Mask outside. Do it the other way. Mask section. So then if I do this, and that is technically only happening to the folder. Yeah, the streamer who we're drawing is primarily a face cam streamer, but they do have a model, so we're like sort of infusing some of the aesthetics of, I assume this is a tiefling character, of their tiefling character in with the depiction of themselves. You didn't realize I was streaming? I just started. Oh. Oh, I see you're in the Discord. I'm gonna assume that you're unable to mute until you get a roll. Oh, lurking waiting for the Never mind. I might be wrong. I'm in danger. Just being polite. You never. I don't believe it. I don't believe it even for a moment. Actually, let me make sure real quick. Reactive group. You should be visible as a reactive PNG, though. Let me go to Fuji Tech. Make sure I don't have to switch which channel it's in. I should have a visual on you. I should have a visual on you. Scary, scary. Ooh, or I have it so that muted people don't show up. I'm looking. I'm looking with my eyes. Dim own non-speaking image. Dim others non-speaking image. Huh. Nope. No idea. You were a predator in the aisle. Listen, I saw you were playing funny dinosaur game, but I don't trust that you're not gonna, like, breach the waters with, like, teeth gnarling. I fully expect to be gotcha'd. Okay, I'm gonna make a copy of our sketch and do what I always do, which is drop a blur on the one we're gonna be looking at most, so that way I'm not getting obsessive about the details of the sketch. Lower the opacity a little. And let's go thinner than that. 7? How thin? Versus if I do 6. Thick versus thin. I think 6 might be the winner here. I'm also very tempted to have a reference of Hermes in a different window. Maybe. Nah. The setup is not broke, so why fix it?
Hands.
Oh, what? Hands. Say that again. Say that again.
Hands.
Okay, just confirming that you are audible to stream, even though for some reason there's no visual on your reactive. Oh, wait, I see. I found it. Hi. I'm shrinking you and putting you at the bottom. There you are. Located, you stinker. You can't hide from me. I have visual on you now. Yeah, this is one of those cases where we're drawing a masculine character, and changing their identity to a feminine character. So it's like, how much do I stray from the masculine anatomy? Like, at what point... At what point am I stereotyping the human body, and at what point do you have to, or else it's going to be, like, uncomfortable?
Is it strictly the identity, or does it also include a biological sex?
Both.
Rule 63.
Exactly. But because I'm working so closely off of Hermes, but, like, Hermes is already, like, a skinny little dude. It's like, I've done some of the basics, which is, like, pinching the waist and, like, bringing, like, the volume of the chest in. But I'm sitting here with the hands like, do I make these dainty? Do I girly pop? Do I girly pop them?
Everyone likes girly hands.
It sounds like you're doing, like, your Solid Snake impression.
No, that's not my Solid Snake impression. This is my Solid Snake impression.
But that's only, like, one layer of gravelly away.
Colonel.
Colonel. I heard that everyone likes girly hands, but they always made fun of my hands when I was in elementary school.
Why?
I'm just imagining Snake saying that.
Out on the battlefield, it doesn't matter what type of hands you have. It's what you do with them that makes a difference.
How many people you strangle with them?
Exactly.
Good. Okay, maybe I should have another reference of Hermes even closer to where bro is. I'm gonna... Oh, it's because of the masculine layer. I have to pull them out of the reference folder. Okay. We're gonna very closely be spying on Hermes. I already want to start this over. You know, come to think of it, I did actually get flack for my hands around, like, high school, but for totally different reasons than proportions.
Care to elaborate?
I sometimes get very cold hands, and so whenever someone got, like, injured or such in, like, high school, they would joke about, like, hey Ice Pack, come here, put your hands on this.
Oh, that's right, you told me about your cold hands.
my poor circulation.
Sub-Zero. No, wait. Frost.
Is Frost also from Mortal Kombat?
Yes.
The last time I played a Mortal Kombat game was on the Sega home console.
You had a Sega?
I forget if there's a different name for it, but like
The Sega Genesis?
I think so. It had like Sonic Spinball and Sonic and Tails on it.
You mean Sonic 2?
Not on it. Oh yeah, Sonic 2. Not on it, but you know, like for the cartridges, the big clunky kerchunks.
At some point, I had the possession of my cousin's NES, but it didn't work anymore, so I sold it for scraps on a game store.
Yeah, I had do you pronounce the S? SNES? Or is it SNES? Or I sound so stupid right now.
Either way is fine.
I guess that's fair. No,
I let people mispronounce my name all the time.
You're so valid. No, also had an SNES growing up, but where was I going with that? Oh yeah, the last time I played a Legend of Zelda game was on the SNES. I genuinely have not played a single Zelda game past the original.
Same.
I know I'm missing out. But like...
You know, like you say, there's no essential media consumption.
Yeah. No pre-required readings in this goddamn house. It's kind of fun how being isolated from some forms of media can make your art, I don't want to say better, but more distinct. Because
This is why I specifically avoid popular media at the height of their popularity, because it's going to be I'm very blatant when like I'm inspired by something, so I try to stay clear of it, just to prevent homogenization of inspiration.
Yeah, it's getting out of like the public zeitgeist is what it is.
Whatever that means, yeah.
Do you not know the word zeitgeist?
I've heard of it, but I've never known what it means. Oh, that sounds like a Diabloceratops.
As a concept, the zeitgeist is like the commonality of thought in a society. So the idea that murder is bad could be considered part of the zeitgeist of society.
The public standing or something like that.
Kinda, yeah. Like the most average opinion.
Got it.
The most basic bitch take.
Got a visual on a ceratopsian at the beach.
Ooh, beach episode.
Probably too big for me to take down.
What are you playing as on the Isle?
Yeah, the Isle is strictly an online multiplayer game.
No, but what are you playing as?
Herrerasaurus.
Oh.
In the Isle, Herrerasaurus is an arboreal predator.
Oh. Well, that's fun.
And you kind of ambush your prey like a jaguar or like a leopard.
Oh, I love that.
So I've been definitely getting some tips from my local cats.
Oh, I see. Like, on how to, like, stalk and hunt.
Slow, fearful, but predatory.
True. I wouldn't say fearful, I'd say cautious.
Well, I'm quoting Amnesia the Bunker because that's one of the death tips.
Oh, that's fair.
For like to survive the war, you gotta move like a cat, slow, fearful, and predatory. Because every time you die in Amnesia the Bunker, you get like a World War I quote.
Oh, that's cool.
Did I mention I love Amnesia the Bunker? I thought I was being vague.
I thought, I could tell. You didn't have to say it, bro. I could tell. No shade. No shade at all.
Budgie.
Yeah, little beebs.
What is the status on the Grammarino?
He was just in my room making biscuits on my Kuromi Kigu.
Your what?
The Kuromi Kigu. I showed you a picture of it.
Oh, I thought you said something like Kuromi, like or like a chroma key, or I was confused.
Get confused. Get so confused.
I was confused.
Good. You got conned. But yeah, he made some biscuits during pre-stream and then asked for out, so he will be back. He'll be back and he'll be louder than ever.
Those shotgun meow blasts.
It makes me want to animate, like, if I were to hologram up to someone and he were to, like, meow at full volume and it would just, like, blast their face off of their skull.
So it's like a cat black bolt.
I've been recently following people who... It's almost like nostalgia bait, but also they're just stylistically bringing back the energy and look of Nintendo flip notes. I think.
Oh yeah, I've seen one of those.
Yeah, so I think that's been changing my brain chemistry a little bit, because when I say, like, holding Graham up to someone and just having a meow blast their face off, I imagine it with, like, the Nintendo flip note energy. I'm really surprised someone hasn't made, like, a web tool that is just, like, a straight-up mock-up of how it functioned and felt to make a flip note. Unless there is one out there somewhere. But I do not know of it.
I think Flipnote thrived out of its, like, very specific niche of, like, having a free animation tool in the Nintendo DSi.
Oh yes, that made a lot of kids want to be animators, for freaking sure. I just feel like usually people by this point have made, like, a little web copy of tools like that, and I haven't seen this.
And look where that got me. Now I hate animation with a burning passion.
You have an interesting relationship with it. It's a beautiful outside day to go run around the yard. Hi, Senna! Hi! Hi, Senna. Senna's in my chat. You're making me want to go outside.
You can go outside, depends on what biome you live in.
Green. You jealous?
Yes. But at least now I've been finding locations in my city where I can find wild quails.
True. True.
I've even been considering throwing rocks at the doves just so I can eat them.
No! I guess they're a pretty populous bird, so, like, you wouldn't be doing too much damage to the ecosystem, but oh.
If not, I could turn it into a meal for Cheeto the cat.
Hunting on behalf of your local outdoor cats.
Yeah, because have I told you the last time I gifted a cat a carcass?
Was it the mouse pinky that you got at the pet store?
No, it was the bird that I accidentally killed.
Oh. Maybe you have, because I feel like my sentiment would have been, well, better than it going to waste.
So what happened is that I was just walking by to visit Cheeto, and I scared a dove, and then the dove just crashed into a window and broke its neck.
Oh. Nature. But...
And Cheeto was right there, so I just picked up the corpse and I just gave it to him, and he was like so happy and playing with it. He was like huddling up.
Well, see, cats will give each other food as, like, a sign of affection, so, like, that's, like, you know, perfect sense.
I'm probably one of the first few humans to, like, return the favor to a cat, because usually cats always give carcasses to humans, but, like, I'm returning the favor.
Very much so. The circle of life. Yeah, maybe I'll eke in a walk with Graham between stream and before D&D tonight.
And besides, I recently learned how to dissect a bird, so maybe I could actually prepare a meal out of a bird.
Oh my god. For your biosciences? Bioscience classes? Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That's one of the big things that has deterred me from, like, going full kilt into biosciences is squeamish.
Oh yeah, I was barely involved in the dissection because I was mostly in charge of photographing the organs because I'm a good photographer.
Ah.
And I was mostly in charge of the tech.
Luciana's gonna go enjoy the weather. Abso-freaking-lutely. Go get some sun on your skin. Good to hear from ya. Why do I sound like a wine aunt now?
Like a what?
Like a wine aunt.
For Pokemon?
That's a new drawing idea. Why not as a wine ant? I'm pronouncing it differently so you can't mince my words again. God, I know...
Word mincemeat.
Nummy. I know the Hades art isn't technically finished, so they might get refined more when, like, we get more updates. But I'm so impressed with how minimal and effective some of these lines are. Oh, Knight's in chat. Hi, Knight. How am I? Freaking sleepy. But yeah, it feels like a lot of the character in Hades focuses on the silhouette, and then, like, it's totally okay with leaving parts of, like, the inner anatomical features with just suggestions of line art. They make it work.
Here comes a new challenger.
I don't need a new challenger. I challenge myself enough. I challenge myself every day.
Your river territory is at stake.
Oh. Aggressive otter noises. I'm about to get Ricky Tikki Tavi up in this shiz. What is that? Nate, are you asking... what are you asking? Like, about the art? Or... Oh, we've acquired someone else in chat. It's Nav! The audio? Hi, Nav. Good to see you.
At long last, Nav reveals themselves.
Pokemon.
I played my royal card in invisible mode. No, I don't know. I don't play it Yu-Gi-Oh.
I place Nav face down in defense position.
Exactly. That's what I meant.
I play Pot of Greed. Oh, okay. Knight was just confused that I have people in the Discord call.
I'm sorry, should I leave again?
No! Just Night being silly in my Twitch chat, that's all.
I don't wanna be... Wait, I'm joining your Twitch. 1 second.
If I didn't want company, I wouldn't be in this VC.
We are social creatures. It's in our nature.
Speak for yourself. I'm doing this to keep myself awake.
How come?
Oh, bad sleep. Bad sleep, long day.
Are you like straight out of the con?
Kinda. I went to Colossal Con, Ohio, and...
Alright, how did it go?
It was pretty fun. I always end up, like, face down exhausted no matter what I do. But, you know, otherwise, I hit most of the things that were on my bucket list. And, you know, stuff like that also just ruins my sleep schedule. It's like, it's virtually, like, jet lag, but, like, without the jet. Oh my gosh,
Just lagging behind.
They had an outdoor, like, climbing course where, like, you have, like, one, like, little slidey support harness, and then the rest is just go do parkour. I did that one day, and, like, for, like, a straight, like, business week after, my everything was sore, and it was, like, it was such a good workout. I suffered for it, but it was good. Oh, hi Scabby. Scabby's in my chat. Hi. Thank you for the bits. Good to see you. Otter parkour, yeah. While I was climbing around this ropes course, I was challenging myself by making sure that I wasn't holding on to the harness to support my weight at all, to like give myself like the simulation of you are literally just free running.
Damn.
Truly, you tell me you cannot run, fly, jump, swim, crouch, or even move backwards. Sounds like a skill issue, Scabby.
Yeah.
Find one of the photos with no face. If I wanted to show photos, I could censor myself. But thank you for asking, Night. Also, if it gets confusing with me talking to chat, I could start, like, like doing push to talk.
Oh, don't worry. I'm reading chat as we speak.
Oh, heck yeah! Sneaky.
I'm doing a full scan for viruses on my PC, so I can't really do much. So I have your stream and Greek's stream open.
Yeah! That's really good to see Greek streaming.
Yeah.
I stuck my nose in there and sent them some good vibes. Once your enemies are destroyed, you can do all that stuff again. Frickin' Terminator wannabe? Terminator wannabe? Huh? Did you come out of the sauce? 3D printed acrylic resin style?
Which model? The T800 or the T1000?
Yeah, which model, Scabby? I love bullying, Scav. Take you for some sort of Terminator? Yes. Yes. Look at what you were saying in my chat. Ooh, you want to be Terminator so bad. More comparable to a V1 Nikon unit Tam Hank?
I think that's the robot from Ultra Kill.
That sounds right.
Also, my logo looks disgusting mirrored. I'm looking at your stream.
Oh, I think I could just mirror the whole source, actually. Huh.
It's just you're not used to it.
Also, I don't mirror my drawings to check.
Oh, I do. And I rotate, and I draw with my other hand.
Yeah.
All I have to do is start drawing upside down, and I've gone full cuckoo. In the same way that you become the center of everyone's hostility the minute you step into a room, as the kids these days say your vibes are off. Okay, but like, I bully you with a friendly affection. Like a Cain instinct. like a Cain instinct.
Friendly bullying, you know?
Friendly hit you with a rock.
Yeah.
Scabby, would you hit me with a rock back if I hit you with a rock first? Be honest. Oh, we've acquired an Anya. In the same way that you, with affection, slam dunk me into the peanut pit. Late 90s. What is the peanut pit?
You do not want to know.
I don't know what the peanut pit is. Oh, Scabby says they would not hit me with a rock. Okay, well, I know who's gonna go down in a fight first, then. Oh, Scabby says I would become their rock, and they would use me to hit God.
Termination.
I am ammunition. I've just been assigned ammunition. You'd parry the rock by eating it. What? If I'm the rock, I don't want that. Hi, Cola. Welcome to chat. Good to see you. Wait, why are you picking me up? Things said moments before disaster. Scabby's writing fanfic in my chat. Scabby's role-playing in my chat. Implying I wouldn't vehemently support that. Juggling dinner bread rolls. That's gonna make me hungry. Oh, role-playing. Playing with rolls. Boo.
The cinnamon rolls?
Ugh, I would love a cinnamon roll so bad. Taunting me with ideas of snackage.
And puns.
Yes. What if puns made me hungry too? Then what?
I broke my dinosaur's leg.
This was unhealthy.
Oh no! Although, gosh, I forget which documentary it was, but a long time ago I had watched a dinosaur documentary.
Walking with Dinosaurs Allosaurus special.
Let me get a farther in the explanation. Maybe then you'll be right. Basically, they had found a dinosaur with a fused leg bone, and so they were coming up with all these theories about how this happened. And I think the general consensus was the idea that these cold-blooded dinosaurs, or some of them, were capable of raising their body temperature specifically around wounds to the point to, like, melt bone back together.
Whoa.
Yeah, no, if I go to, like, hunt down whatever I was watching, it might be a long haul, but it was cool.
That sounds metal.
Right? Knight says, if they just drove down to my house to deliver one cinnamon roll, would I be upset? That's a lot of gas money for one cinnamon roll, so yes. Big deal, you can do that? Bet. Sounds like...
The amount of money I'd spend just to visit Graham.
Wong's the number one fan of my cat.
Oh.
Sounds like calcium. I assume we're talking about the dinosaur leg thing, but I do not understand the sentiment fully.
I was won over by those meows.
He does have a baby voice. Graham, I don't know if he's just extremely friendly or if something happened, quote-unquote, wrong with his tail in development, but he has it curled over his back, like, almost full time. Like, he's a little frickin', a little husky. I don't understand him, and I love him.
Anomaly detected.
Wong spending money to visit Graham doesn't hold a flame to you risking your health to see him. Well, one of these journeys would be cross-country, and I'm not saying which. You love leaving things up to interpretation? True. It's one of the best ways to keep things ominous. If my homies aren't being cryptically ominous, I'm gonna check in on them and see how they're doing, because something's wrong.
Okay. You're drawing fan art, or what you up to?
So technically, it's kind of fan art. It is a commission where I am turning Hermes from Hades 2 into a PNG tuber for a streamer.
Oh damn, okay.
Yeah, so the references here are of the Twitch streamer Hippie Fairy.
Okay, I don't know them. But I like the cat.
Yes, apparently the cat's name is Lucio.
Lucio the kid.
Watch fan spotted.
Luscious.
True. This is a apparently this isn't even a long-haired cat. Bro is just fluffy. The big soft.
Big softy.
I'm being hunted by our herbivore right now.
Get wrecked. Sounds like a skill issue.
I broke my leg, so I can't just retreat to a tree.
That's fair. It's like when horses... It's like when horses suddenly decide, I think I need a bit of protein and just pick up a bird. Wong's
I
playing...
thought you were gonna say like that video of a horse that just decides to run up to an alligator and just smack the shit out of it.
That sounds like a preemptive defensive maneuver, and I can't necessarily blame the horse for that. But Wong's playing The Isle.
Oh.
Yeah. It's
The game ever.
It is a multiplayer dinosaur survival sim. I should honestly play it sometime.
I can buy you a copy, and we can team up. If your computer can handle it.
It can
dinosaur together.
It can probably handle it, but can I emotionally handle letting people buy things for me? Probably not.
Oh, you're also emotionally constipated.
Why is that?
We don't want to go into neurospicy backstory, I assume.
No, I'm not talking about the constipation thing. I was talking about the emotional getting things bought.
Oh, same topic, different wording.
Yeah.
Pong diffusion.
Get brain exploded. I'm gonna wrinkle your gray matter even worse. Knight, I'm gonna start deleting those messages. /J. I gave bro the moderator's sword in my chat, and the first thing they do is start outing me in my own chat. Okay, I have successfully drawn one arm.
Limb acquired.
Lamb?
Oh yeah, that's also how I do it with other people. When I have the money to buy stuff, I just do it.
Yeah. It's a real strategy.
Yeah.
To just remove their ability to deliberate on it.
Do not let them have input on the meta.
Calling it a meta.
I can finally climb. I can now escape enemy territory.
You will survive the night.
It is literally night.
It's all intuition, baby.
No, you're just psychic.
What's the difference?
The psychic otter.
Is there a difference between psychic and intuition?
I have no clue.
Just the fact that one is considered more natural than the other?
You're just psychic like Sean from Psych.
Oh, I haven't watched that. Is it good?
He is just very smart and is very observative.
It's
I
that
liked it.
It's that one where the guys pretend to be psychic.
Yeah, exactly. And he's just
just a
goofing
dude
around. Yeah.
just a dude.
But he has to hold the charade of, oh, I feel the winds of the astral plane, something.
Bro's actually just giving people therapy instead.
Yeah.
Just a weirdo.
Yes.
Just a fella. Just a neurodivergent little guy.
Absolutely.
Putting the
To my
tism
knowledge,
to good use.
He has at least ADHD.
That's fair.
He says that he has it, so it's even canon, you could say.
Nice.
And whenever his best friend wants him to do something he doesn't want to do, he gets distracted with chocolate. So
I mean, I can also be bribed. I can also be bribed with chocolate, so I understand.
This reminds me how one of my friends headcanons that Master Chief has autism.
Trying to remember, is he like... He doesn't talk a lot, right?
Yeah, he doesn't talk a lot.
So there you could already inherently put that into, like, maybe he's semi-nonverbal sometimes.
And he has the shiny glasses, so he doesn't have to look at people's eyes.
Oh, you're so... I was wearing a mask that I made for Colossal Con, and my face is fully behind speaker fabric, so I can look out, but people can't look in. And I'm just like, this is so nice. I can just stare at people's faces without worrying about creeping them out.
Yeah, that's what I did as a kid, too.
Yeah.
I have long, fluffy hair. And... because it's curly, I was wearing it open, so nobody could see my face.
Like, have it
But
cover
I could
your
look
eyes a
out.
little bit.
Yeah.
So you were like the TF2 soldier covering your eyes, wearing a hair helmet.
Yeah. And then my teacher started complaining and telling me that I have to wear a hairband.
That's annoying. Teachers should mind their own business a bit more.
Yeah. I mean, it took the ability to listen to music while in class, so I do get why, but still rude.
Yeah. Knight says, you looking at any silent protag that you're supposed to project yourself onto? Yep, that's autism.
Autism.
Oh, fantastic. You cannot stare... I cannot stare at your face without fear of dropping dead. Incorrect. Incorrect. I'm getting up in your business.
I'd say my friend does have some merit for his headcanon just because he has experience with an autistic sister.
Ah, heck yeah. And the fun thing about headcanons, too, is, like, we live in an era where most people know about the concept of death of the author. If you want to just have fun with the idea, like, running with the concept of, like, that's totally harmless. Like, do what brings you joy.
I would say it only works if the author is not alive anymore or doesn't profit from their works.
I wouldn't say that it doesn't work, but I definitely agree that it's slippery to, like, make something popular if the author's a bad person, but you're still hyping it up.
Side-eye in Harry Potter.
That's exactly where my brain was going. When J.K. Rowling is dead in the ground, I am going to reclaim Harry Potter and make it everything she hates.
Side-eye in the Cthulhu mythos.
Difference between HP and Minecraft. True. Scabby asks, did anyone challenge them to a duel? Me. Fight me. Fight. Fisticuffs, put them up.
You're not going to use your ottery fangs?
I'll only cheat if I start losing.
Damn.
At least I'm honest.
Yeah. To a certain degree. Because you would still cheat.
More honest than my OC.
Use pocket sand.
Pocket sand! It'll be hilarious when J.K. Rowling's death becomes the same day the second all-gender restroom opens up in the UK.
Oh yes, please.
It's like this one time, I was at some folks' house who were like left leaning. God, and who was the politician? God, I forget which politician it was, but I was like, no, they did one good thing, and everyone paused and was like, careful with what you next say, and I was like, they opened the first gender-neutral bathroom by installing their grave. Just like that pause of, oh no. Oh!
Yes. I mean, also a dance floor.
Oh, that's a new one.
A party. It's gonna become off left the the meme with the arrow guy.
Arrow guy.
Wait.
Night noticed who it was. It was definitely Ronald Reagan, who I was joking about. The freaking Reagan administration.
This meme here. Ooh. Sorry for the chat people.
I gotta go look. Scramble.
I forgot the name of the show, but the actor was so hated that when he died in the show, the rest of the actors kind of started taking photos and being happy that he died in the show, and it became a meme.
That's hilarious. Freaking Oliver Queen. I don't know the history of this person, but everyone's showing up at their grave to take photos with it. Oh my god.
It's in the show. The actor didn't die.
Oh, okay.
The fictional character died.
Okay.
But he was also one of the people that said actors should not be allowed to strike. So yeah. Fuck them.
So there might be a reunion later, is what you're saying.
Yeah. But,
maybe that guy squatting, doing the peace sign on his grave. Oh, it's like a whole crowd of people on this meme. Actually,
yeah,
I could drag it into OBS to show people.
Yeah, exactly.
There we go. Oh, it disappeared because it's a BMP.
Wait. So there's obviously the meme that is with one person.
Mm-hmm. Oh, is it the same one?
This
Don't
guy.
you just hate it when Google images aren't JPEGs or PNGs?
Yeah.
It is the same photo shoot. Also, that looks like Matthew Patrick Game Theory. It looks like Matthew Patrick Game Theory.
But
Oliver Queen, the Green Arrow. Yes.
Yeah. And the character or the actor is just a douche.
Yeah, fell out of favor.
Asshole. The whole cast hated him.
Bro could have kept his mouth shut and stayed in his own lane.
And yeah, I just love that all the actors came together to make the shoots.
Scabby says they could 1v1 the entire Arrowverse. Okay, noted for when I start setting up cage matches.
Isn't Arrowverse also part of the Flash?
Theoretically.
No, because the new show that looks kind of wonky.
Oh, like it's implied to be directly connected.
They do have episodes together.
Here comes a new challenger.
Who joined?
Who's that? Lanai.
Oh, hey, Lanai.
Lanai.
Hi.
Hi. Hi, Lanai.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Are you sleepy?
No.
Oh, you sound in duress.
I'm having a fun time.
Oh. Is that a sarcasm?
What kind of? I just got out of a D&D game, and also I'm in the middle of boarding for a new job, and I'm just...
Yeah.
It's a lot.
So at the very least... At the very least, you're mentally spent, it sounds.
How are you guys?
Alive.
One
And
of the
kicking
actors you
so
hate the
far.
most is Greg Ellis.
I have no clue who that is.
Me neither. What are they in? How am I? I am falling asleep, which is why I am in VC. You guys are my life buoy. I almost said life buoy. My life preserver.
Your life boot.
Yeah, the boot of life.
Boot to the head.
I mean, Another is not that big, so you don't need a ship or a boat. You need to boot.
Just one good rubber boot to cling to.
Yeah.
Not any of those bad rubber boots.
I like to say that otters sound like rubber boots with opinions.
To me, they kind of sound like birds.
Both.
Like sparrows.
Oh, little cheapers. Greg Ellis is probably most well known for playing Colin in Dragon Age Inquisition. Oh, ew, dude is a turf. That's nasty. Rip Bozo.
What is a turf?
Turf basically means that you are pretending to be a leftist, but you hate trans people, is kind of it.
Wait, what was it?
It stands for trans exclusive radical feminist. So someone who thinks they're woke, but specifically like tries to like shove trans people in the mud. Just like
They have been having rallies with Nazis and stuff like that too. So
J.K. Rowling is a turf.
yes.
the bad kind of people.
I'm so woke. You can tell I'm woke because I totally accept all these people that want to stomp on people who just want to like wear skirts. Like, yes, we have regressed. The horseshoe has become a full circle again.
Pretty much.
You thought a turf was that stuff you put in the ground and step all over. Oh, so it is the same thing.
Yes.
My dinosaur died of thirst.
Oh no.
Rip.
It's like a thirsty fella.
He was looking at too much Persona fan art.
That could do it.
Bro was browsing the tags for too long.
And I'm gonna switch to Carnotaurus.
Ooh, big.
I had to mute so that I could try this soup, and it's not very good. It's not very good soup.
What kind
no.
of? What kind is it though?
Oh, it is just store-bought ramen.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to spice it up somehow.
No, I've seen lots of people crack an egg into their ramen so that it gets like a different flavor and more protein.
I actually did do that.
Oh.
It's just that, like, I had to improvise the seasoning because the packet was missing,
Oh.
and I was a little too light-handed.
The fact
And I
that
can fix that, but I don't want to get up. So, whoops.
the fact that you were supposed to get seasoning and it just wasn't in there, like via factory error, that stinks. Gotten to the point where Persona 3 makes you too depressed to absorb in large amounts. You only absorb 5 minutes of it, then you need to go listen to Rat Wars.
Oh yeah.
You're
I'm a
valid.
big fan of P3P.
If a piece of media
Sorry.
like makes you depressed, like it's okay to not engage with it. Like,
Yeah,
even if you feel like you're supposed to
Would
like
you
it.
believe that?
it's
Would you believe that Personas 1 and 2 are even worse?
I have not played the 1 and 2 games, but so far 3 is my favorite. I tried 4. 4 was too boring for me. It didn't vibe with the happy-go-lucky while a murder spree is going on vibes. And 5 has a good vibe, but 3 is too good.
I think 5 is the one that I have tried a little bit of. That's the one with Joker, yeah?
Yes. Oh, and I'm not a big fan of the Persona 3 remake. That was a hideous mistake. It's like there's already 4 versions of Persona 3 out there.
Why?
And instead of making a remaster of all of them in one, they were like, nah, just the base one, the oldest one, we're gonna remake. Which is absolute stupid.
Yeah, that sounds like...
Kind of like how they always keep remastering and porting and remaking Snake Eater in the Metal Gear series.
Why do companies do that? Like, I know when Disney does that to their IPs, it's them keeping the copyright, but like, what's the motive for
Because
like
it's
games?
safe.
It's because
People,
first
we
of
already
all,
know people like it.
yeah, but they Atlas has been over the years going from a very queer company that had lesbian and gay characters to a very conservative, anti-phobic kind of company. So now they have Persona 3 and can retroactively put in the content that has the male character while also excluding the female character.
So they're just kind of trying to get the good votes from like as many people as possible by dialing back how much like
And
like counterculture stuff they're willing to put in.
The dumbest thing is they have the biggest player base is female. They say no, making a female protagonist is too much work. Which is stupid because they did it already. They just have to, import it. And
we forgot how to give you 2 character models.
yeah, I mean the female character has its own confidence, its own character, its own everything, which was what it made it so great. The male protagonist has a relationship with his teacher, which is super weird. Because the teacher is the one pursuing him.
Yeah, but it's like it's meant to be weird though. It's not condoning it, right?
It's icky in my opinion.
Yeah, Persona 3 is about icky things.
Yeah, but the female character, in my opinion, had the best confidence, the best friend group. You had like Junpei, who was like this kind of awkward guy who wants to be the leader because he's a boy and he wants to be the strong one, and then kind of realizes, oh no, I don't have to. I can just be a dude and support my friends and be there. And the female protagonist has like a super nice and cute relationship with them, like friends, not sexually. So it's like awesome.
See, it sounds like Bro was ending up in like the pipeline of like indoctrinated masculinity and was basing their whole personality on that before realizing they were unhappy.
Yeah. And then they get like they open up a lot more and end up really happy.
Aww. So Scabby says they're gonna go listen to Rat Wars. Good to see you, Scabby. Thanks for coming to chat.
See you. But yeah, the Persona 3 motto in the beginning, in the opening, is Memento Mori. So you are gonna die. It is the name of the game. It tells you from the beginning, the main character is gonna die, if you want it or not. That is what's gonna happen. So obviously, big sad.
That's not foreshadowing. That's just
No. It's written on the Hey Llama. It's written all over the game. It's said multiple times in the opening. It says, no, here, protagonist is gonna die. That is
hilarious.
what is gonna happen, and you will have to be okay with it. So it's a fucking depressing game, but that's really good.
It's just like Halo Reach.
I have no clue. I have never played Halo Reach.
Do they explicitly tell you about your own death ahead of time?
Yeah, from at the beginning of the game, you just see your helmet in a burnt battlefield.
Yeah, I'm not properly introduced to the Halo series.
Me neither.
Ooh, don't tell me to go on a tangent. I will.
Do
I
it.
will go.
Do it.
Halo is funny.
I know it's a shooter game, and you play as an autistic
I know there's
green
some.
boy.
I know there's some funky time stuff at some points.
No, there's no funky time stuff.
Oh, maybe it's funky
I think
space
that
stuff.
Halo.
Probably funky space stuff.
It
Depends. How far in the timeline do you want me to go back?
In the beginning
Like-
of time.
The game, like the games that are relevant, or like the all of the meat and potatoes.
Relevancy, but also I want you to follow your heart.
So we're gonna start at the Human Covenant War.
Ooh.
Okay.
So the Covenant War started because there's this theocratic empire called the Covenant that conscripts several alien species into their empire into different castes based on race, and they all worship an ancient civilization known as the Forerunners. And one day, the Covenant Empire discovers humanity, and because the leading class, the prophets, know that humanity existed alongside the Forerunners, implies that the humans would be at a higher position in their society if everybody knew about them. So instead, they decided to declare war on humanity just so that the hierarchs of the empire could stay in power.
Classism.
And then a lot of stuff happens where before that happens, humanity created these super soldiers called Spartan 2s, which are created by kidnapping 6-year-olds and augmenting them with a lot of like super soldier serums and all that, and gene therapy and cyborg enhancements.
Normal
It
stuff.
sounds like Warhammer.
Warhammer, you're right.
Which was initially designed to suppress human rebellion, and they just so happened to be also very effective at killing alien invasions.
So they became like a tool.
And then the war went on, and a lot of people died until there was this planet called Reach, which was like the second most important planet in the human civilization, which got completely burned to a crisp by the Covenant, and a lot of Spartans died. And like one of the few surviving ones was Master Chief, who was then deployed to... Well, they escaped the planet, and then they landed on a Halo ring. And that's when Master Chief won the Battle of the Halo Ring and steered the entire course of the war in favor of humanity. And then in Halo 2, the commander, the alien commander of the Covenant that was in charge of the enemy forces in Halo 1, gets punished by the hierarchs for his failure. And then he gets given a chance to redeem himself by playing a suicide role called the Arbiter, where a disgraced warrior basically becomes a puppet to do suicide missions for the prophets.
Okay.
And in that time, the Arbiter starts to doubt his religion and discovers that the prophets are lying and that Halo isn't like this sacred artifact that's going to send them to heaven. It's just an alien super weapon that's designed to kill all life on Earth to prevent this zombie alien fungus thing called the Flood from eating everything.
Oh, okay. So they were worshipping the Halo ring as like something given to them by like what would you call them, the Forerunners?
Yeah, basically they're gods. They thought that the Forerunners lit up the Halo rings to ascend to heaven, and they wanted to do the same. But really, the Halo rings just wiped them out.
That's
Sorry.
fun.
it kind of reminded me of what was the series called? The Three Body Problem, where it's like they say every technology, if advanced enough, it can look like magic.
Yeah.
Gods. If people are advanced enough, they can seem like gods or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. It's kind of like, mostly because a lot of the planets that the prophets and the Covenant, they had a lot of Forerunner relics left behind. So they basically reverse engineered that technology to attain space travel, but the humans were the only race that acquired it themselves.
Did they refer to that as blasphemy then?
I'm not exactly sure if they would do that, but it's more so that the prophets basically convinced their subjects to hate humanity because they say so.
Yeah.
Because their existence is an offense to their religion somehow.
Fair. Sleepy's in chat. Hi, Sleepy Wolfie. Good to see you.
Hey, Sleepy.
So during the course of Halo 2, for some reason, the Covenant leaders decide to start a race war because one of the prophets started to assassinate the others in order to, so he could be the sole leader of the Covenant. And that kind of screws over the Covenant Empire because they divided their own forces based on race. Which led to one of the races called the Sankhili, also known as the Elites, which were led by the Arbiter to team up with the UNSC, the humans, to take down the Covenant.
There's this running theme that I'm noticing in which the people actually doing these wars are almost always victims of propaganda with ulterior motives than what they're actually being told that they're doing these things for.
Yeah, like Halo 2, one of the main themes is basically like the dangers of blind religious faith.
Yeah.
Because Arbiter's entire character arc is realizing that his whole religion is a lie. And it's just a tool to keep all the other races beneath the prophets.
Yeah, that's more nuanced than I had any reason to believe it was.
And then in Halo 3, the Arbiter gets the honor of assassinating the last prophet and ultimately killing the original Covenant Empire.
Hell yeah.
I was asking which one is Halo.
While Master Chief, in order to wipe out the last remaining plague of the Flood, I keep forgetting to bring those up, but those they had to go into a replacement ring that was being constructed on this giant space station called the Ark. That was currently rebuilding a replacement Halo ring that was destroyed in the first one.
Okay.
And in the process, the ship that they escape in gets cut in half, and ends up Master Chief getting stranded in space for 4 years.
No.
How does...
And Arbiter gets to escape to Earth and just I guess try to find any forgiveness that he did against humanity and try to lead his people to a better path by becoming a leader for his people.
How does Bro survive in space for 4 years?
Cryo sleep.
Yeah, that'll do it. Is it like a thing where the suit can just do that for you?
Yes.
Makes sense.
Because there's like the other games where he just been sleeping in space for 6 months.
Okay. So it's not
like...
They don't left field you with it. It's like an established thing.
It's like, oh, classic Master Chief, always sleeping in space.
Why do you keep giving me your hardest battles? You're my sleepiest soldier.
But yeah, that's the main story of the Halo games, the Human Covenant War.
Neat. I've learned a thing. I love hearing people info dump.
And there's also a lot of like religious subtext in like biblical subtext in the Halo games, such as the Master Chief's code name is John 117, which is a Bible verse.
That's cool.
So it's like John 117 in the Bible.
Yeah.
And there's just a lot of names that have have religious references, like the Ark and Halo.
Yeah.
The Halo ring.
The obvious, but yeah.
And I know there used to be an old video that used to make like an analysis of Master Chief as some modern demigod or messiah figure. Or he's more so like he's like a futuristic Jesus, Hercules, Gilgamesh type figure.
Okay.
But I can't find that video anymore, so I can't watch it anymore, unfortunately. I used to really like it.
Oh, wonder if it's delisted now for whatever reason.
Probably, or like the channel got deleted, but I know they have a lot of other references, like the prophets of the covenant represents the false prophets of the Bible, and the flood is the flood of Noah's Ark.
Yeah. When you put it like that, some of that's really obvious.
But yeah, that's Halo. The original trilogy.
Awesome.
But yeah, Halo 2 is definitely the one with the most depth in terms of like the writing, because like the 1 and 3 like very simple plots, but like 2 is like, I think somebody made a meme like the Halo 1, Green Man kills alien and zombie, life good. Halo 2, the Arbiter realizes that his life is a lie and his religion is just a death cult formed by his hierarchs to keep his race in check. Halo 3, Green Man and Lizard Man team up to fight Monkey and Zombie, life good.
Life good.
Life good. Fantastic.
I can keep going with the sequel trilogy, but that's when it gets a little more janky. Well, it gets more personal more than anything.
Oh. How so personal?
In that the 343 games are more so about Master Chief dealing with becoming more emotional, dealing with the grief of losing one of his closest friends, Cortana, who's an AI who is reaching the end of her lifespan as an AI before she starts to deteriorate. Because AIs in the Halo universe have a certain lifespan of 7 years before they start to deteriorate and go insane. And so they have to be decommissioned after 7 years.
That reminds me a little bit of the non-human persons in, what is it? Night Gamer would be able to help me out. Giant mech tabletop RPG.
I think our new AIs need to be decommissioned. They're insane.
Yeah, Night Gamer's right. During that time,
Lancer.
During Halo 2, Cortana was left behind in the Covenant Super City, where she was being tortured by the leader of the Flood called the Gravemind. And that torture basically gave her the logic plague, which is something that drives people insane when coming into contact with the Gravemind.
Yeah. Night Gamer remembered it for me. Lancer. Lancer has non-human persons, which are kind of like if you took the arm of like a Lovecraftian entity and like shoved it into a box and made it act like an AI to run this giant mech. But because it's like so vast and uncontainable, they have to reset the memory of the part that they have contained every couple of years, or else it's going to learn too much and like learn how to get out of the box, kind of. like, it just to layman it as simple as possible. I think that's right. But it's cool and it's fascinating.
Yeah, it kind of does sounds like the rampancy.
NHPs aren't AIs. They really only go mad when their tasks force them to think in a specific path for too long, while their eldritch brain strains to think both backwards and forwards in time. Yeah, it's like eventually the desynchronization of being put into something comprehensible when you're something bigger and incomprehensible. You have to, like, reset the cache, kinda. I love how complicated some modern media is. Like, you could just tell that there's a lot of passion in some of the products that are out there. I hope to make something so out there and so confusing and so, like, fascinating to stare at that people talk about it after I'm dead. I want to be a source of confusion when people look back at the things I've made. I mean, we're doing the eyes on this character now, and this is where, like, every line counts.
Yes. How to draw an eye. Draw a circle. Step 2. Add everything else.
I don't even draw circles anymore, man. I think I just draw rhombuses.
Shall I continue to talk about Halo 4?
I think I've had my fill, but I'm not gonna, like, tell you to not.
Okay, I think that that tells me that, okay, the original trilogy is a good hop-off point.
Yeah, if it only goes downhill from there, I'm like,
I mean, like, the original trilogy is great, but I personally do like the arc that Master Chief went through in the new games, just because it's a lot more personal, simply because in the original trilogy he was a lot more, well, like, project the player into his shoes.
yeah.
Whereas the newer games, he's more based on his incarnation from the books.
Given more of a human, relatable character that's distinct on his own instead of, like, the fill yourself in the blank.
Yeah, basically, like, a lot about Halo 4 and onward is about Master Chief rediscovering his humanity.
Nice.
And more so that he's learning to be more selfish for, like, the people that he cares about, like Cortana.
Oh, gotcha.
He's disobeying orders. Well, because Halo 4, what I really like is that it's actually based on the author's real experience of their mother going into suffering from dementia, and how that is reflected in Cortana's mental deterioration.
Yeah, I'm surprised I didn't pick up on that. That's kind of obvious once you know that.
I didn't know about that until, like, very late after Halo 4 came out.
Ooh, Knight says, it can, the non-human persons, they can alter reality simply by thinking in specific pathways. I love eldritch things. I go on break in like 20 minutes and I have no idea what I'm going to snack on. Just know that we are going to have a huge sacrifice of some kind.
Budgie.
No! I'm not going to eat a bird. Scavvy is enamored by my use of Snacrifice, it seems.
Oh wait, I just realized Snacrifice is actually a word in the Isles player base.
Just like a colloquial.
Yeah, where a player willingly lets themselves get eaten by other players to keep them alive.
Yeah, like if you're about to hop off or if you're about to end your run, you're like, might as well.
Yeah.
No, that makes sense.
Now it's just pure silence and Scribblenauts music.
I'm in focus mode. I gotta draw the eyebrows right.
I should be focused too, because I need to keep my Carnotaurus alive.
Your favorite NHP, or your favorite analogy for NHP is they are basically the ocean, and you pull a bit out and put it in an aqua channel. And eventually, if they don't maintain the pathway, it'll break free and corrode its way out so it can go in all directions. Like the four-dimensional liquid it really is. Ooh. Oh, that's fun. Just run streams in the background of your brain to farm channel points.
So it's like a liquid without gravity, or like a liquid gas?
The fourth dimensionality is more so, I believe, referencing, like, the fact that the NHP is, like, an eldritch, like, entity. So it's just defamiliarizing the liquid by adding that as an adjective onto it, I think.
I missed when Amnesia was still about eldritch horror. Amnesia Rebirth took that away. I will never forgive that game.
I have good memories of watching people play, like, Let's Plays of Amnesia the Dark Descent, but then they just suddenly threw in a naked guy, and I was like, what?
Oh, you're talking about the DLC Amnesia Justine?
I think it's the boss fight in vanilla Amnesia the Dark Descent. Like, the very last, like, confrontation.
Oh, Alexander Brennenberg.
Yeah, bro just shows up astral projecting with no clothes on at you.
So supposedly Alexander was supposed to be like extra dimensional entity that took a human form after he was banished from his realm.
Oh, okay.
And in order to get back to his world, he was manipulating people to torture other people for him, like Daniel, the main character, so that the tortured people can produce something called vitae, which is produced when humans are under in an extreme state of suffering.
William Afton.
And in order to keep the stream of vitae, to keep the humans producing like their peak production of vitae, they had to give them amnesia potions so that every time they're tortured, they are given amnesia so that they don't get desensitized.
Makes sense. But also, FNAF agony, William Afton.
Amnesia did it first. Don't give me that.
I'm not saying one has right to the idea over the other, but I am saying that I noticed.
I will catch you, Connor.
You're gonna cut me with both hands and walk me outside and throw me out into the underbrush? Catch and release?
Yes.
Girl, help, I'm being sent back to my natural biome. I love that you can just throw bugs, and because of physics, it doesn't hurt them. They're just too small to take damage from, like, being dropped or thrown. It's totally ethical to just throw an ant.
Meanwhile, my Carnotaurus dies instantly if he falls from a 6-foot drop.
That's realistic, though.
It is.
Yeah.
It actually is. The larger the animal, the more susceptible it is to fall damage because of their weight or something like that.
It's because volume increases at a greater rate than surface area, and the greater your volume is, the more, like, sensitive organs and stuff you have that are displaced by impacts like that. Sometimes I wonder if I should have gone into, like, theoretical physics.
You can do whatever you want, Honor.
Incorrect. Bad at numbers. Square cube law, you're beloathed.
I was trying to be supportive, Connor.
Well, I'm shutting it down. How dare you?
Well, I don't want to be valid.
Correct. Imagining a character just being like, oh, you're valid, and the person they're talking to is like, ew, no, I don't want that. I gotta go fix this. I gotta go do something horrible right now. Go, like, commit a crime, wash this off.
Dark Claw, probably.
Bro, I miss Dark Lore.
You're probably like that character's biggest fan.
He's so entertaining. Okay, he reminds me a bit of this one show that didn't live very long, League of Super Evil.
Oh yeah, he Voltar.
Yeah, no, that show did not do well.
I liked it.
Yeah, no, the idea was really fun.
I really liked the Voltar's performance.
Yeah, no, the voice actor. It's like the same voice performance as, like, Invader Zim.
Yeah, like the Zim XP.
Yeah, character who is constantly yelling. You know, it's another show that I have yet to watch, but I know I'll like, is Dan Versus.
Funny thing, I was watching both League of Super Evil and Dan Versus during, like, the 2017 when I was, like, really starting to develop Dark Lore's character.
So what you're saying is I fully guessed his character DNA.
Yes, you are a psychic, I'm telling you. Stop doing that.
Never. Nate says they've got Dan Versus on our watch list. Heck yeah. I
tried relaxing. It made me very stressed.
Wait, which character says that? Is that the
Dan Versus
Well, yeah, but is that the taller one, or is it Dan himself that says that?
Dan.
Wow. Relating to that a little too much right now. The only way I know how to relax is to sleep, because then I can't think about it. The taller one is Chris. Thank you, Knight. Yeah, I mostly know Dan Versus, like, tangentially from when I was, like, big into My Little Pony, and they would do, like, advertisements of them together.
I don't care who the IRS sends. I am not paying my taxes.
But outside the door was Pinkie Pie.
The IRS has some connections, what can I say? We canonically know that the Joker is more afraid of the IRS than Batman.
I love that. I love that. Hello? Gonna catch up to him.
Unlike Batman, the IRS kills.
True. And then Chris has a wife who is a super secret agent.
Elise.
I love, from what I know about Danverses, is that Elise just sees the weirdly, like, entangled bond that Dan and Chris has, and is sort of like, you know what? This might as well just happen.
I mostly remember that one clip that I got reminded where Elise threatened to emasculate Dan, and he's like, I think you mean eviscerate? I know what I said.
Oh. Fantastic. I love that. So I think within the history of Danverses, it was originally pitched for Adult Swim and was turned down. Like, they wanted to make a way more mature show, but then Hasbro picked it up, so they, like, dialed it back as much as they could. Well,
the same thing happened to a regular show.
Yeah. It ends up giving shows such an interesting vibe. Like, to have it be, like, a barely contained adult show in the meat suit of a kid's show.
Why is Carnotaur so hard to control? Come here. This Pachycephalosaurus is so slippery.
You could put both hands on a Pachycephalosaurus, but you cannot keep it there.
Killed it.
Nature.
He did the mistake of running on a straight line.
Oh. Bro forgot a strafe.
And now I will consume his flesh.
There's the circle of life.
It's been so long since I had a kill count as Carnotaurus.
Do you not play it very often?
That, and also Carnotaurus is really hard to control because he has a very high run speed, but its turning speed is terrible. So you have to be entirely reliant on ambushes or hoping that your opponent doesn't know how to serpentine.
It's the cheetah of the paleo world.
Exactly, it's literally a cheetah because other predators can just bully the Carno out of its kills.
Oh. It's so sad that cheetahs are, like, declining in number, specifically because there's not really, like, open fields. And they're just not made for stopping and going around things.
Oh wait, what were we talking about before I killed that Pachycephalosaurus?
Probably Danverses.
Ah, yes.
But also, I'm gonna go on break within, like, 4 minutes.
Good night.
What? I said break, not nap. It was an incredibly feral noise. That was like, the noise that Patrick and SpongeBob make when they're cavemen.
You know, that's my caveman slash monkey noise.
God, what's the name? I'm trying to think of a scientific name for, like, some of the proto-humans, but the only thing that's coming to mind is Homo Farnsworth from Futurama.
Homo Neanderthal? Homo Neanderthalis?
Yeah.
There's Homo erectus.
But that's us, right?
No, Homo erectus is...
Oh, and
no,
that's
not us.
We're Homo sapiens.
We are a subspecies Homo sapien sapien.
Oh, I didn't know it was double sapien.
Yes, because we are wise human being, because human moment. Hubris of man.
True. True.
Reminds me of a quote saying that instead of our binomial name meaning wise human being, it should be this storytelling chimp. Something along those lines. I just remember the storytelling chimp part.
That's kind of cute. That's kind of cute, though, because, like, the basis of society has a lot to do with, like, oral history and storytelling and community. I like that.
Rick, speaking of humanity, I've been thinking, you know how we play a lot of, like, shooter and war games? It makes me feel like war is so ingrained into the being of humanity that when we're not having war, we're pretending to have war.
I would argue that there's an outside factor in that, though, which is the fact that a lot of war games are actually at least somewhat sponsored by, like, governments. So, like, there is, like, a socioeconomic reason for why war games are as prevalent as they are, which is technically propaganda. But, you know, as long as people are having fun, it goes.
And I'd say it's probably very pretty good enrichment to test your tactical muscle brain.
Oh, yeah, like reaction time and stuff. Like, there's been a number of studies of people researching the long-term effects of playing shooters and, like, how it correlates to improved reaction times. So, like, you know, all games are practice for the brain in some way.
Yes, I gotta get my practice for when the time I become a dinosaur.
Are you winning, son?
Well, my thirst and hunger meter are pretty high right now. I am currently at 24% growth.
The equivalent of a dinosaur 24-year-old.
I'm technically in a late juvenile stage.
Yeah, 24. I stand by it. Oh, I wasn't supposed to merge that layer yet. Ugh. I've ruined everything. No, it's fine. Okay, I am going to save, mute, deafen, and go get a snack.
Goodbye, Connor.
I'll be back. I'll most likely chat you in a bit. Be good. And mute here. And you know the drill. I will be leaving you with some music. See you in a bit. Oh, I'm back. I'm back.
Welcome back.
That sound you made, only half of it made it through the Discord audio filter.
Welcome back.
Oh, a friendly voice.
Yay.
Oh my god.
It's the same reason why the microphone refused to pick up either like my really loud sounds or my very quiet sounds, like my cat chirp.
Yeah. Which, I think you could take noise reduction off to get those through, but then you have noise reduction off, so it's like,
It is. I agree.
Let me try.
Oh. I think we're about to hear cat impressions.
You didn't hear it?
A little bit. There was like a
Yeah, because that's how cats chirp at birds.
and they go
Or
ick.
or they do like a very brief squeak.
Do the ick.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Ick. Oh, I might sneeze. Uh-oh.
Gesundheit.
Oh, no, don't say it preemptively.
Salute.
Gesundheit.
So many languages. See, you jinxed it. Now I'm not gonna sneeze.
Gern geschehen.
You've denied me.
I know.
No.
And I'm proud.
Mischief task complete.
Oh my god. There's these TikTok videos by this account called Freakbait. And a lot of the ones they post are these simple little 3D animations with voiceovers where it's like, today's mission, go up to someone alone using the urinal and ask, while pointing to the one right next to them, is this one open? Like really socially bizarre things, like challenging you to do them.
To be a social menace.
They're so funny.
I could never.
Certainly better than the grip challenge.
What is the grip challenge?
That sounds so ominous.
You walk up behind somebody and you grip their shirt so hard and you just pull it off.
Oh.
You just rip it. I think it's funny, but it is kind of shitty.
Yeah.
You're gonna get beat up if you do that.
It's also very wasteful.
It is kind of funny though.
Like the first couple of times, I'm sure. The first one's like, oh, and then you see it like a couple more times and you're like,
Even though it's like borderline assault.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
My gosh, there's
What
this.
do you do in your free time? Well, attacking strangers.
I mean, there's people who like try and make whole careers out of that in like New York, and they're just like locally hated.
Do not
Don't.
pray.
I have those urges all the time
Or just to what?
to bite the nearest person in public.
I think that's a normal part of being human. It's to consider the chomp.
Oh. That reminds me of bad thing.
Oh.
No, there was the whole. There was some kind of it going on because one a very famous YouTuber turned out to be harass their partners through biting them.
Oh, was that wasn't Wilbur Soot, was it?
Oh yeah, it was him. Yeah.
Never heard of it.
At first, it was just one streamer that came out and was like, "Hey, yeah, this person kind of did something." Not calling them out on it, but yeah.
And then a bunch more people were like...
other ex-girlfriends came out and were like, yeah, that happened to me too. And he would love bomb us and then bite and then ignore us for an extended period of times.
Such a weird thing to have, like, come out is, like, you bite your partners so hard that it's basically abuse. Like, who does that?
Yeah.
That's so wild.
Yeah.
All you need is to find one person who really likes that. And then it's good. But no. No, you have to be weird about it. The internet exposes us to the most strangest of people.
Oh.
Because you can listen to everybody, and it gives even like the most bizarre people like a chance to speak out.
A little bit of everything, all of the time. Apathy's a tragedy and boredom is a crime. Anything and anything, all of the time.
That perfectly sums up my ADD.
You've heard that song, yeah?
I've heard it in SoundCloud meme posts.
Oh, it's Bo Burnham.
Yeah.
Who years ago already started speaking up about issues with the internet and children and stuff like that, because he was one of the first people who grew up in the internet.
Yeah, Burnham's pretty based.
Yeah, he did good.
I think he's still
also,
doing.
I like that he went out and said, "Hey, I'm a fucking comedian. Don't ask me for solutions I can't give you."
Who goes up to a comedian and like asks like how do you think you could fix climate change? It's like, bro, that's not my job.
That is not in my job description.
My Carnotaurus is now an amphibian.
Oh, is that something you can like just class into?
Yeah, they added perks in this update, and you can just perk into having your thirst regenerate during rain.
Oh.
It's very useful if you're like out in the plains and there's no water nearby.
Bro's absorbing it through their skin like a frog.
Amphibian time.
Wait, does that mean this needs to be a...
I miss my salamander, Connell.
Yeah. Sad how that all happened.
She's not even dead. She's just under the care of the reptile zoo guy, and I just don't have the enclosure to take her back.
Oh, I thought that she had been so mishandled by the people that you like let take care of her that she was gone.
Oh no, that's my axolotl.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, you have a good chance of seeing your little baby again.
She was so cute.
Yeah.
I like when she just stuck her head out of the ground with her cute little face and a little big smile.
Yeah, no, it's so unfair how cute the eyes on salamanders are. Like the glossiest little black beads.
Hey, Kurio.
They got your beady eyes like a rat.
I love that.
Hi.
Rats, when they sometimes they bulge their eyes out. I love that.
My friend's rat recently passed away, but after that he decided to get a baby Savannah monitor.
Oh.
Ooh.
That sounds like a big upgrade.
I hope the Savannah monitor lives long enough, because when they get big, they just become big scale puppies.
But yeah, rats are literally the epitome of like the boing 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 meme. It's like,
because even though I don't have that much experience myself, but I've been telling my friend like don't hand feed your monitor because you don't want a big monitor lizard to associate your hand with food.
Yeah. Like, people don't think ahead about how big their pet's gonna get when they're babies, so you, like, get a little too cozy with them. It's like when a big dog thinks they're still a puppy, and they're like, I can still fit on top of you. It's like, no, bro, you weigh like 200 pounds now. You're... You're going to crush me.
All according to Keikaku.
Implying that the dog was planning on assassinating you this whole time.
That sounds strictly beneficial because now you're in perfect cuddling distance. Point blank. The snuggle.
The snuggles are no longer optional.
But then again, I haven't had a dog in a while. I want to get a cat, but my family forbids me.
Yeah, someday.
Specifically, I want to get a green-eyed Bombay.
Oh. I'm trying to remember what pattern Bombays are usually. Are they like...
Pure black.
Oh, fantastic.
And Bombay specifically because the Bombay is said to be described as very dog-like in behavior. Who doesn't want an attention-seeking black cat?
Black cats are the best.
I just love how their silhouette is a pure black, and the only thing that stands out are their eyes and their tongue.
The void wants attention and chicken.
Just like a Senti's cat. It's adorable. I still send messages to Senti to send me pictures of Jag.
Fantastic. God, I got really into polydactyl cats, and they actually have a really interesting history of being specifically, like, sought after as, cats on boats for, like, cargo ships and stuff, because their extra claws, made them more efficient mousers.
Really? I didn't know that there would actually be a practical use for being polydactyl.
Yeah. You know, like, that's what people say is that they're better mousers. I don't know if there's, like, a statistic on that, but sailors sure believe that.
Statistically speaking.
Putting on my little nerd glasses. Statistically
Because, like, the extra thumb seems kind of vestigial at best.
Well, polydactylism appears in a number of ways. It being additional, like, thumb digits is pretty common, but when I was working at the animal shelter, I've seen polydactyls where, like, they have extra primary digits, to the point where I think I saw a kitten that had six primary digits on both front and back feet that were all, like, normally formed and, like, functional with claws and everything. So, like, this dude just had, like, the big snowshoe steppies. It was so cute.
Speaking of which, how did you even get Graham?
I was working at the animal shelter, and there was a litter of kittens, and one of them really wanted my attention every time I went into the kitten enclosure. And he was a polydactyl, and he had no brain cells, and I said, I think you're coming
That's my
home.
son now.
Yeah. I think you're coming home.
That's lovely.
Yeah, it's...
You just fell in love.
Oh, yeah. It's also the same shelter where my older cat, Simon, came from. This is my job overlapped directly with, you know, wanting to get this kitten. Whereas Simon, we got him just to kind of brighten up the house during, like, the bulk of, like, the COVID lockdown. So, like, he had his kitten years while we were stuck inside, and that just made everyone so much saner.
Oh, have a nice, gay little walk, Linai. See you.
We'll Glad to hear from you, Lanai.
Just having a grand old gay time. I require flesh, Connor. My Carnotaurus demands it.
Okay, I thought you were trying to get suggestions for where to get protein.
That doesn't sound like a bad idea.
Go get some salami out of the fridge then or something. Surely.
I probably need a little more vegetables myself, though.
Ugh, me. My doctor would love if I ate more green things.
I like me some unrefrigerated tomatoes. I don't like them when they get too cold.
Yeah, that's me with most fruit. So I'll leave it out to get back up to room temperature.
Hey, girl. So you're gonna paint your meats green to satisfy your doctor? Am I getting this right?
Seems so. Ooh, Grouchy went live. They are deafened though. So we cannot reach them.
Ooh. Oh.
Bro's purring.
Creature noises. You are now creature. Do not resist.
Assigned creature.
Goo got you to terminate the poppy.
What?
That escalated quickly.
You're not gonna elaborate on that one.
I am quoting a Robot Chicken skit where the Terminator is like a baby and the evil Terminator is a puppy, and it's the Terminator puppy.
Oh. Yeah, I was never big into Robot Chicken.
I love Robot Chicken. that used to be like one of my main inspirations for animation back in the day.
Yeah, without that knowledge, you just sound completely deranged, which is probably the intended effect.
So instead of like hasta la vista, it's like Goo got you, the Terminator poppy. I like that he has to add the Terminator puppy.
It's important. It's an important part of his moniker.
Do not get the Saracana, the Terminator poppy.
Part of the character establishment. Yeah.
Deranged laughter over there.
My neighbor's having a bunch of trees removed, and the dogs are going absolutely bug nuts for it.
Not the trees.
They're like, these strangers are stealing our giant sticks, and we're not allowed outside right now.
It's not even their giant sticks.
Oh, it's your dog.
Neighbors.
Oh man, I wish I could hear the dogs just bark in the background of your microphone.
Oh no, you wouldn't hear it in the background. You'd just hear it.
Yeah, the foreground.
This is my terrible dog bark impression, distant dog impression.
Bro, are you Laios Dungeon Meshi?
No, Laios has a good dog impression. I don't.
Oh heck yeah.
So how's the Curio?
going.
Heck yeah.
I am working on stuff for work. Trying to make a logo spin.
Ooh.
I just realized I need to go visit my sister so we can watch the next episode of Dungeon Meshi. Thank you for reminding me.
Happy to help.
I do have to say it's funny.
I believe it's going to be the season finale because I heard that this first season's going to be 24 episodes long.
Ooh.
Oh, but I think we're at 23.
Yeah, we are.
So next one is. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Are they double
Sorry,
episodes? Is the question.
Yeah. It's a two-parter.
Yeah.
I don't like that though. That it's the season finale.
Anytime
All good things
it's
come
like
to an end until next season.
anytime it's like we don't know if we're getting more. It's like, oh, this is so good,
Yeah.
but so bad.
I mean, I presume they will do a next season because it did have enough interest, I would say.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
yeah, the weekly releases for Dungeon Meshi just boosted the hell out of the ratings.
Yeah.
Yes. But it's always kind of sketchy which studio's gonna do it, and if the studio that's gonna do it next does as good of a job as its trigger did.
True.
I remember One Punch Man first season was really good. I don't remember who did them.
I think that also happened to Attack on Titan, but I've only watched a very few episodes.
I haven't watched Attack on Titan, but yeah, One Punch Man first season was really great, and then the second and I think third season are done by the same people who did the very sexy Food Wars series, which obviously have absolute no experience in fighting and stuff like that. So it lowered the quality of the whole thing by a lot.
Stick to food porn, nerd.
Yeah, I mean, you can't. Who was the? Now it's bothering me. 1 second, I need to go look.
And to the Google they go. Ooh, we acquired CR6.
hey, Sierra.
Hi.
Okay.
I'm hearing raptors in the distance.
They're not in the game.
I don't know if I should take them on.
They're not in the game. They're in the real life.
It's Madhouse. Okay, yeah, Madhouse animated the first season because Madhouse went bankrupt. I think it got bought up. So they did some anime, and Madhouse is known for doing just amazing stuff.
Wait, Studio Madhouse went bankrupt?
Yeah, they had some money issues.
It's a shame.
And they I think the management changed, and they started doing, instead of movies, they did more animes now.
But yeah, bought up.
Some stuff
Bought up
happened.
means that they didn't like disappear. They're just all the people are under different names now. So there's some good in that at least.
I think it's still Madhouse, but it's not. It's not working as it did before.
Under new management dealy.
Yeah. But yeah, they did the first season of One Punch Man, which obviously was amazing. It had really good animation, and it just they did a really good job translating the manga into animated scenes. But the second season was by Food Wars animator, which I forgot the name. Give me a sec. It's JC Staff.
Not familiar.
Yeah. Let me see. What did they do?
They did their best.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Connor, I think you might actually like the ongoing season of Pretty Cure.
Oh.
Question: wasn't Studio responsible for the Helsing OVA?
That's Madhouse. Yeah. I think Madhouse did that. The JC staff usually do more slice of life, picking up girls in a dungeon and stuff like that.
Back with food and cocktail mix.
They just don't have the oomph to really keep up with Madhouse. Yeah. So they kind of came out.
Graham, why are you meowing? Hi.
As I was saying, Connor, the current season of Pretty Cure, the theme is animals. I think Connor just died because the avatar the soul left the avatar.
Yeah.
I had to let
Eyes
Graham
closed.
in.
Ooh, Graham.
He's making biscuits on the blanket that I put in his favorite spot right now.
Ooh, can we expect some shotgun meows?
If he wants to talk, but he looks pretty content right now.
Do we have
Oh,
points for that?
As I was saying, like the ongoing season of Pretty Cure is animals.
Yeah, I think you did mention that.
Hey, Toast.
Oh, it's
Welcome,
Toast!
Hi.
I think I mentioned my first real anime that wasn't Pokemon was Tokyo Mew Mew, which had this fantastic gimmick in which all of the magical girls were based on / had their powers come from a different, red list endangered animal.
Yes.
It was really
I read the
cool.
manga.
I know entirely too much about Tokyo Mew Mew.
Yes! Okay. Yeah, shaking your hand. Who was your favorite?
Renee.
Was she the wolf girl or the bird girl?
Wolf girl.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Wolf girl. I don't know the names.
Yeah. I remember their Japanese names and their food names better than their actual names. Scabby in chat says that I seem kind of magical girl pilled.
Yes, I am.
Kinda, but not mainstream magical girl pilled. I haven't watched any Sailor Moon.
I've watched the entire Sailor Moon series.
You're so big.
I liked it.
Oh, I haven't watched Madoka Magica either, even though I probably would totally like how crazy that gets.
I watched Madoka Magica. I even have the manga in Italian.
Ah.
I do not speak Italian.
Why?
Because my mom went to Italy and was like, here's a manga. It's like, oh, okay, thank you. I can't read it though.
What? I guess that's kind of a collector's piece.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to fix this fucking computer and it's being a bitch.
Oh.
I'm sorry to hear.
What's happening?
I'm gonna call it a fruitful word here in a second.
Well, I am live on Twitch, so
nothing Twitch bannable. Just against my moral code.
Toast is gonna start.
Slurs will be dropped in chat today.
Toast is gonna start inventing new slurs for computers.
I already have a bunch.
Such is the nature of languages, always changing, always evolving with the
Fantastic.
times.
Scabby chat says...
And always coming up with new ways what to say when you hit your pinky finger in the corner of the room.
Oh. Scabby in chat says that they forgive my friend for being Italian just this once because it's Pride Month.
It's funny. I am.
Go ahead.
I have Italian papers. I have not been in Italy. I am from Argentina and USA at the same time. So I am from three places.
Wait, why do you have legal papers from Italy then?
My grandparents are Italian. They fled the mafia years ago.
Oh, so were you like born there then?
Nope, I was born in Argentina.
What? How?
But
What?
Because I have grandparents from Italy, I get the ancestry visa, ancestry papers.
Oh, okay.
And U.S. people can't do that. That's cool people. Everybody else can do that.
Special exclusive access.
And
I can do that. I can do that from several different countries.
Yeah, but Kuro, you're not in the U.S.
I know.
Sounds so much cheating.
I have Argentinian papers and Italian papers. And my father is from the U.S.
Knight's asking what Discord server this is in. This is Greek Celtic's Slumber Party server.
The best server you've ever known.
This is an art and character roleplay server. All art-centric. I freaking...
Can I interrupt for a moment?
This is my favorite spot right now. Go ahead.
Is somebody currently holding somebody hostage who is currently trying to break off from their jail cell?
Don't worry about it.
Yes.
Yes would have done it.
Yes, her name is PJ. She's covered with feathers and she's very mad.
That's one way to describe sins.
I have two budgies, and one of them really likes picking the bars when she's unhappy, so that's what she's doing right now.
They're both hit woggy, but you probably want to go to B. And fast.
Scabby's asking to join. It is...
Go to Greek Celtics Twitter and then join through there. I think that's a better way to do it.
Yes. But additionally, it's like OC and art focused, so do be prepared for stuff like that.
We fiend after each other's characters all the time. We're all simps, and we cannot escape it.
It's mainly
Speaking of Toast, I have more stuff to send you.
I'm just here to chew ass and meet new people, and I'm all out of people.
What? That fast?
You will also meet a sentient loaf of bread, which can be very disturbing for some people. Do be advised.
Isn't Greek server also 18 or 21 up? Yes, we are a 21 up group because ain't nobody got time for that.
Ain't nobody got time for kids, man. I
think the youngest person in here.
Toast.
I'm 22.
Oh, happy birthday, nachträglich. I don't know what's in English.
I turned 22 a while back.
Yeah, I don't know. You didn't proclaim it. I didn't hear it.
Isn't it like you
I used to be 22.
Wow.
Me too. Years ago.
Wow, that must have been so difficult. I'm sorry for your loss.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Man, I'm glad I was never 22. I skipped that entirely.
I'm feeling 22. Everything will be alright if I'm just staying next to you.
Oh my god.
22.
This is the best thing that's happened to me all day.
What's the
Me singing 22.
Yes.
Your day must have been pretty bad. I'm sorry.
New migration route.
It's been a rough day.
Curio, I want to tuck you in and pat your head.
In a heated blanket.
Weighted blanket, actually, with a sentient loaf of bread plushie.
That sounds pleasant.
So, is it a plushie of sentient bread, or is it a bread plushie that is sentient?
Oh, Silas, I'm just imagining a Nakimakara just with your face on it.
That is just the yeast of your concerns.
No, not my face. Go full out or don't go with it. Like, put the fucking avatar on there, the sentient loaf of bread.
Bread body pillow.
Bread body pillow. Ain't nobody got time for me for a body pillow.
We can make bread!
We have time for you. So Senshi is going, bread.
I have yeast and water.
I thought you were going to say I have a yeast infection.
No! God damn it!
Is there such thing as a yeast infection?
Oh,
Nobody
yes.
here... Nobody here has...
As?
My reaction to that was audible. I'm so sorry, but...
Anyway.
I hope you get that sorted out soon, Toast.
There's no yeast infection.
Stop! You goddamn fucking fucker.
Shut your fucking face, Uncle Fucker.
Oh.
Abs.
Okay. You're not the only one who has done who has done Australopithecus noises in chat today.
Wow!
Fantastic.
I personally identify as a Sahelanthropus.
Oh,
specifically.
I apologize.
I identify as a nightmare.
Your nightmare, specifically.
I'm a menace.
I'm a problem.
As we all should be.
I don't understand this joke that Scavia's saying in chat. If Loaf was bottom, would they be a catcher in the rye?
What the fuck? Don't throw literature at me. I'm already too cooked.
I don't know what you just said, but I just heard catch.
Oh, okay. Apparently, sometimes bottoms are referred to as catchers. Because you're receiving?
What?
Yes.
I learned...
Catcher, seme, uke.
Bro's coming out.
It's literal.
Bro has a ride with the yaoi terminology. I support you.
Oh yeah, I'm a menace, as I said.
I support you. Scavia's telling lies in chat. They said that they're straight.
Bro, ain't nobody who watches that stream straight.
It's literally June.
I was gonna say, that's homophobic.
Everybody is gay. I'm making it a new rule. If you are alive, you are gay.
At least a little.
I like that.
At least a little.
A little homosexual.
As a treat.
Everybody
Now,
has
what
to be a little
happens
fruity
if I'm
in June.
dead inside.
Or on the outside. Whatever works for you. I put my wrist brace on so that I could power through the rest of stream. It's always so funky to switch back into using it, because it's like, I feel like I'm wearing the dog cone. Reminds you of the old stand-up act where guy is pretending to be every person on a starting football lineup, and his fruity character is a tight end, but next year he hopes to be a wide receiver. Oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god.
The jokes here are going to be fire. I love it.
This makes my degenerate heart very happy.
We're all degenerates.
Patting you all on the head and giving you juice boxes between your degeneracy, because I am just a little ace.
How old are you?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm a small bean. I'm 25.
Oh, I was like... feels weird to be almost 30 and getting hit.
I used to be 25. No way, I still am.
Yeah. I look at people who are 30 now, and I feel the same way about people who are 30 as how I felt about 20-year-olds when I was like 15.
I'm old as fuck and probably broken.
Listen, you've earned a little bit of crinkle in your bones.
Oh, I've been crinkling since I was 11.
Oh yeah.
Straight crinkled, straight scrumbled.
I am just.
You gotta earn your beard.
Freaking scramble bones.
What was the saying?
Oh.
My body is a temple.
I can't have a beard because my beard is curly and disgusting.
Oh, and haunted as well.
Yeah, broken, crumbling, and haunted.
I love that. When my cat Graham is running around and he like scrambles to the point where you can like hear his claws on the ground, I like to call it a scrambled legs.
Oh.
Where are all the herbivores?
Bro,
Me rolling
everybody
up
here a carnivore.
Me rolling up in the club like.
I eat straight meat in every single way.
Wow, it sure is June.
Oh no, that's just normal in here.
Yeah.
Oh, we gay as fuck up in this bitch.
Are you with me?
What?
I died.
Uh-huh.
Again. I'm mad about it.
Rippers.
Counter-Strike?
Rip.
Hey, Green, go grab that op instead of that SSG. Thank you.
Okay.
Hug that shit, Green. We lost.
Oh.
We lose those. We lose those.
We're
The
losing.
part about making videos is playing a little clips of it over and over and over again.
You gotta be at least a little neurodivergent to be an animator, I think, because of the amount of repetition that you have to put up with.
Neurospicy.
Yeah, I agree.
I am very autistic.
The autism is strong in this server.
Thank you.
The ability to listen to the same 3 seconds of audio on repeat multiple times in an art session to do lip sync and timing is like,
Never again.
You have animation school PTSD, bro.
Not even that, it's more so the fact that I didn't like the end product.
Yeah. But, you know, I know you, and I know that you have just a complex relationship with, like, the act of completion as a concept.
Yeah, that's why I can't stand exercise or studying, because those are things that don't have a definitive end. It's more so like you just keep doing them until you improve, but it never ends, so why? Try.
Actually, okay, I'm not gonna actually say anything about that. If you don't think it has an end, then that's up to you, man. I don't know. I love exercise. It literally tickles the fuck out of my autistic brain.
Well, I actually wonder if what Wong's experiencing is more so related to ADHD, which I know they have, because, like, it's a task that isn't necessarily rewarding, like, a dopamine dump from it being, quote-unquote, tangibly finished.
I also associate getting tired with failure.
Yo, I love getting sore from like a workout. Like I'll be sore for the next couple of days after like doing a climbing course or going for a walk, and I'm like, yes.
I mean, I do like getting tired, but if I'd rather get tired doing something else and not running a treadmill or doing push-ups in my room. That's not. I don't like to commit to like actual exercise. I'd rather do it as a result of doing other things.
You can always take up dancing.
Hi, Fresh.
I always wanted to try West Coast swing.
Oh, swing is so much fun. I'm shit at it, but it's fun.
As long as you're having fun, you're good at it. That's my opinion.
I really like Contra myself, but that's hold on, let me show exactly how Western I am real quick.
Out yourself.
And for those of you who don't know, Contra is a mix of line and square dancing.
Oh, that's very Western.
I know.
Oh yeah, you haven't partied in my hometown until you've done the boot scoot and boogie line dance.
Oh, heck yeah. Gotta cut it loose. Cut loose.
Boot scooting.
Shake off your Sunday shoes.
Oh,
Yeah, I know this is different dances, so.
if I...
Okay, I'm gonna mute for a bit while you...
Oh, munch. If I had money to throw into, like, a new hobby without any, like, sense of guilt, I think I would try and pick up traditional Sheno Irish river dancing. So, like, the modern version of river dancing, you don't use your arms at all, but with Sheno, it's, like, a lot freer, and, like, moving your arms is almost like a central piece of that version of dance.
My mom does that.
My Carnotaur's almost died.
I'm glad your Carnotaur's alive. Ooh, Knight says there's an Irish dance studio up by them, but is it modern Irish dance? Or is it Sheno? You like repeating the same distance each day and seeing the tiny changes in progress over time. Yeah, that's true.
Click.
Get them arms in there. Yeah, my mom did both Shano and modern twist.
Yeah.
We have a Irish country club here where all my family used to congregate, and she was fucking really good at it too. I remember her Irish dancing at Christmas with my aunt, and I'm just looking at her and I'm like, you can move like that? She's like, not without pain after. She was in her 40s.
Oh. A little bit.
Just imagine her bones crackling with every movement.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's gotten a lot worse in recent years.
Aww. Yeah, no, I've seen videos of people doing a Sheno on half barrels and full barrels, and it's my jaw just hits the floor. Also, it just looks so fun.
Where are the prey items?
Things I say when I'm opening the fridge, but it's a day before grocery shopping.
Qu'est-ce que the fuck?
Come on, Graham, do something so that Connor can narrate it.
I think he's actually hanging out under my bed right now. You are obsessed with my cat. It's so good.
I obsess over things that I can't have. Cats.
Wong looking at the Declaration of Independence.
Gotta call up Nicolas Cage to help me out with that one.
Exactly.
I think I just ate all the deer population in this area.
Is that how they do, NPC prey items in the aisle?
Yes.
Oh.
They have modern animals.
Oh, that's funky.
Because it's kind of like a Jurassic Park-esque type of island.
Oh, that makes sense.
So there's destroyed fences everywhere and abandoned outposts.
Ooh, so it's a place where it was contained, but now they're all amok.
Yeah.
That's cool. I like that.
Problem is the map is so big and the maximum player population is 140 right now, and that's after the player boosts.
Mm-mm.
I don't know why the developers keep making the maps bigger when we don't have the population to populate them.
Yeah, that means it would be like really sparse and you wouldn't be running into each other very often.
Yeah, and dying of starvation is very common.
That's a shame.
Just like I am doing right now, my Carnotaurus is slowly dying of starvation.
I give him a sandwich. Oh, what did you say, Nav?
Starvation station.
A recharge station?
Starvation station.
Exactly.
The biggest starvation station in the nation.
Yes. I'm just doing dumb comments on this side.
You're so valid. All of this Hades art is making you want to introduce your friend who is an underworld demigod VTuber. That sounds delightful.
Depends whether or not your friend can withstand all of the British in those Hades games. There's so much British.
I think I heard someone suggest that he's actually more likely, like Zagreus is more likely, like a more New Zealander dialect, just based on who the voice actor is, but I can't, like, cite a source for that. Either way, it is a little funny when the accent comes in thick.
That was a good sandwich.
Does anyone associate Cockney accents with Xenoblade?
No.
No, I associate them with my mom.
I was about to say, what the fuck would Cockney accents have to do with Xenoblade? That was more Australian. Whatever.
You sound like you sound like a party member for a Xenoblade game.
Can you say Mojo Jojo in an Australian accent?
Mojo Jojo.
Mojo Jojo.
If you say the sentence, rise up lights, with no pauses in between, it sounds like you're singing Razor Blades in an Australian accent.
Rise of Lights.
Rise up lights.
Rise up lights.
So, I'm not gonna lie, Curio.
Yeah.
I had an
I'm in the
idea
worm server
in my head for the campaign, and I was very, very curious to go, hey, Doodle, how would you feel like playing an NPC for like 5 minutes?
I would love to bounce around in Cameo.
Because I have a Chaos Gremlin who just got captured.
Oh, fantastic.
And I legit thought, you know who has Chaos vibes? So I was half playing with the idea of asking Doodle if she would like to do Jessica for me.
Oh dear.
Oh, the fear.
Theodore's already punched her once.
Oh, you know what? Understandable.
And for you, Doodle. So Jessica was a person that they fought last session, who is very invested in her coyote familiar and seems to be very into most animalistic things.
Doggy.
She also has like the attribute bubbly and sadistic.
Ah. As nature intended. But if you would like me to cameo, you know how to get in my DMs. I would have fun with that.
Just slide in there and be like, hey.
Hey, eyebrows.
Here's the information that you have. You may or may not convey it to the players however you'd like.
I don't know what that
And unironically, Sleepy Nav / Early Nav is how I imagine Sadiq to talk.
Whom?
Another person we fought.
You're being roped into a voice headcanon.
Yes, I have stolen your voice in my head for a for a character.
I knew you were a fae.
It's not like the tone is different and the way that they talk is different, but the vocal range of sound that you make.
Oh, what is my sound?
Well, it's how the level of depth your voice is, like how deep your voice is.
Like deep, gentle, and gravelly, I'd say.
Yeah.
Pleasant.
That was gentle.
Well, okay, no. Theodore didn't throw him down the stairs. Theodore dive bombed him down the stairs.
And turned into a bear.
Because Theodore did go with him.
Okay.
Chaos only.
Yeah, they got into a fight with these two characters, and one of them scared Jessica so bad just by being a spider in her presence and freaked her out. So she just tried shooting at every spider that she could see, which was 0, by the way. She saw one and then couldn't find it again, so just assumed it was everywhere.
You know what?
I mean,
that's fair.
Mood.
And then the other one got dive bombed by a bear down a flight of stairs.
I don't know how it happens.
You know, it's just what happens when you're standing at the top of a flight of stairs and a bear charges into you. That's just what happens.
Happens to the best.
Business.
Did you tell me about a musical you learned about?
And the chick was using magic bullets, so she shot so many times that she completely drained herself of energy.
She just like went face down.
just sank. Overexerted herself. Now she's just taking a nap on the floor, and every single surface around her is filled with holes.
Filled with what?
Holes.
Oh, like a whole shootin' Annie situation.
Yep. Very much so.
Fantastic.
It's really funny. And I've started I started planning out how everything fits together.
You sound so evil when you're saying that.
I'm not evil.
What?
Just letting plan my own way.
Sure, Jan. As a DM should.
I'm not thinking about weird shit in characters' backstories that I didn't confirm with their owners yet.
It's called headcanons, and we all have them.
What?
Well, the thing is that I'm the one running the world, so my headcanon is just canon.
Canon until proven otherwise.
Yes.
What's your headcanon for Theodore?
Spoilers.
Boom, boom, boom.
There's a reason I tried to be kind of vague when talking to you earlier.
Oh, my sweet traumatized boy.
I did see a TikTok, though, and again, I'm not going to say too much on it because spoilers, but I did see a TikTok. It went, I'm kind of tempted to put this in my game.
As one does.
I'm gonna put this in my game. Let's get them hardcore Lavella vibes in there.
Okay, I gotta see this now.
I don't think I've ever lost a Carnotaurus to combat. They all die of gravity or starvation.
Oh, did you DM it? Can you DM it to me?
I'm about to.
Thank you.
Interest has been piqued.
I think it's so hilarious how, like, co-invested me and Brooklyn have gotten into each other's like lore and stuff. All those Tiki Tacks, they're going straight into my DMs and I'm eating it.
So yeah, that's the idea. And I'm gonna roll with it.
Those little keyboard Tiki Tacks designed to bring me joy.
Yes.
Fantastic.
And I'd say it's like halfway between furry and Lavella on the definition of fun.
Have you caught up with the RP thread Treetop Spying at all by chance?
I'm a bad. I don't really read the RPs.
The current status is that my character, the Furrophage, she got left alone in a bar/tavern. And she
I found a deer.
She very pointedly looked at herself, like down her own hands, looked around her and said, "Oh, I'm tearing the foundation out from under this place." That's what's happening next. And so the other characters are currently discovering that this building is about to collapse because of the horrible things that she's done, which has included locking the tavern owner in the basement. Pulling nails out of the main pillars, like the support beams, and trying to steal the wooden and iron chandelier in the main barroom.
Well, and that's the reason that I said half, because it's not quite as destructive.
I love writing scenes like that because it feels like I'm playing a game of one-upsmanship with myself. It's just like, how far can I take this? Where can this scene go if I just let it keep going?
So, there was a while ago that whenever I worked at a grocery store, right? Mm-hmm. And
very sorry that you worked there.
I mean, I did that for probably about, I want to say 10 years total. But that was like through high school and college.
Yeah.
And like a little after college. Actually, it was for a while after college. So I'd probably like 11 or 12. Because it was 2009 to about 2 years ago. So 2022. So about 13 years. But at the last 5 years was fine because I was doing it out of choice and not out of necessity.
Oh, that's good.
But there was a lady who, whenever I'm talking to a customer, first off, whenever I talk to new people, my voice goes up a little bit because, they're new. Hi.
Customer service, go burr.
Yeah, customer service, go burr. And, I'm generally a very peppy and polite person. And I might forget that that I talked to the name of the day before, but that's fine. Whatever. I see hundreds of people a day. Anyway, so the lady that I was helping goes, "Wow, you're really nice. More people in the world should be like you." And my immediate response was, "Oh no, that would be a terrible idea because we'd set the world on fire because we thought it'd be pretty."
Ooh, shiny. That's a good answer.
So, yeah, that was a thing.
Just look them dead in the eyes and say the most concerning thing that you can.
Yeah.
Minecraft villagers?
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah, they pop up a lot in this.
Audio stim. I'm gonna start asking people to design a Minecraft villager persona.
I already have a Walter Minecraft character somewhere.
I'm trying to think if I've seen that. I've seen your drawing of Walter as, like, pixel art.
Well, so I actually made him in Minecraft.
Oh, like out of blocks or as a mob?
As a
model.
PC.
Oh, like a player skin.
Yeah. Made a Walter player skin.
Fantastic.
Hi, Timber.
Kitty.
Did you just meow at me in response?
I didn't pick up on the mic. I'm so sad.
Well, no, because it was the silent meow. You know, the one where they meow, but there's nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing in it, or it's so soft that it's impossible to hear.
Yeah.
Like a squeak.
No, because like there's no actual noise, but you see the mouth open and the meow.
It's like a,
Yeah.
but without the
Yeah.
They're just pantomiming at you. Love it. God, I think after stream, I'm gonna take Graham out for a walk before the sun goes down. He deserves it. He's been a very good boy.
Send me a picture.
You got it, boss.
Cat taxes.
Taxes?
Yeah, so
Texas
so
cat
I have,
taxes.
I have another server, and I charge any cat owner on that server with a cat tax.
It's true.
Where they must send me pictures of their cat. That's their cat tax.
Don't forget I have D&D tonight. Yes, it would be eking it in just between that. And also keeping myself awake for it.
I'm actually really nervous because I made that. I made Aaron, and my brain's like, okay, I'm really scared that I'm really into it now, and I still need to write his backstory and everything. But we're not going to be using it for like 2 months, so what if my interest in him wanes in 2 months? Instead of making someone new.
I'm trying to remember what the situation is. You're not the DM for this. Is it you're not going to be starting for that long?
Yeah, because basically my current campaign is the one that I'm playing, the 2 kobolds in a trench coat.
A classic.
And we all kind of started vaguely talking about the next campaign, and there are 3 people who draw in that Discord. And the other 2 got excited and have already designed their characters. They kept going, what are you gonna make? And I was like, I don't know. I was thinking maybe this or this, and kind of whittled it down to like 3 basic ideas. And then I sketched them out, and then started filling in on one of them, like, honing in and be like, yeah, this is the one. We're gonna do this one.
You got.
So basically, all the excitement from the other 2 people rubbed off, and I designed my character way early in the process than I usually do.
You got peer pressured into brainworms. That's so funny.
Yeah. So yeah, hyperfixated on that for like 5 to 6 days.
What you need to do is you need to set a date for a couple of other people to remember to come back to you and start asking you questions about that character to warm you up for it.
What I could also probably do is just hands off, not allowed to touch. And then have myself make his backstory like a week before, because that's also a good way for me to get excited.
It's like kind of pacing it out in a sense.
Yeah. Also, this is really pretty. I don't see you do like the anime style very often.
Yeah, the Hades art style is definitely influenced by anime. We're basing it off of Hermes from Hades too, so it's very close to it. So, a lot of this building block is coming from another artist, but it is nice to know that I can stray from my Western cartoons.
think at one point I had the goal of, I want to be able to design something that's not cute. Because everything I draw is cute.
Shaking your hand.
So it's still kind of like in that I'm like, okay, well, I still draw cute, but I'm managing to like slide over into creepy.
Yes.
But, like, cute, unsettling, I guess would be the better word.
Yes.
I can only draw horror art when I'm stressed.
I can't even do it when I'm stressed, and it's because my building blocks generally are circles. Circles are a friendly thing.
That's such a mood. Also, Knight in chat is talking about how they're a bit of a forever DM, and so they have a problem with having long-term buy-in for characters when they do get to be a player because they're so used to cycling a character out fast.
Ah. Yeah, I get real attached to my stumbled ass backwards doors. Nice, Lava.
I want to get into DMing at some point.
Oh, good luck, buddy. I'm like, so I don't DM very often, and I'm starting to like try and do long-term stuff because I generally don't have the patience for long-term campaigns. Like I don't. My memory and my brain have issues wrapping around stuff that lasts that long. Either that or what happens is I make things way too complicated, way too fast. And that is both to the detriment of me and the players. So I'm working very hard to not do that this one. But I really like running one-shots because one-shots you can be as silly or serious or weird as you want. Because I've done, like, I haven't run some of these, but I made plans to run a while ago a one-shot that was a mix of BioShock, Left 4 Dead, and Fallout.
Oh, that already sounds wild.
It is. So it's an underwater complex that has 4 different zones, or 4.5 different zones. Each one is tasked with a certain necessity to keep the facility running. So one of them is food, one of them focuses on water and plumbing, one focuses on air, and then the last one focuses on electricity.
I'm gonna starve to death, Connor.
You say that like that's a me problem.
So like each quadrant has a different vibe. So like the plumbing system is very steampunk, slapstick together. What's the word? Whenever you fix everything with duct tape.
Jerry rigging?
Yes, the whole thing is very jerry rigged. Thank you. That was the exact word I was looking for.
High five.
The electric area is very like a lot of it's very green and modern. So like all of the fancy people live in the air supply.
Yeah, they would.
Yeah. The farming area is I got for the mission in there is Left 4 Dead, so like a disease basically got into the wheat, so anybody who consumes it becomes zombie-like. So that one's like, there's one level in Left 4 Dead 1 that's like you're in a field and it's raining and it sucks. So I wanted the whole area to be like that.
Oh, wait. Maybe it's constantly slightly drizzling as a form of irrigation there.
Yes.
Did I guess that, or do you just like that idea?
That is correct, actually.
Yes!
Yeah, they have to work pretty close with the plumbers. And then the electric zone is it's also it's more on the BioShock side, so it's like that weird mix of like 1960s with a power station.
Yeah, like creepy American Dream start of the electric era.
Yeah. And then there's the half zone, which is where the Fallout bit comes into play, because they have a group of people who their job is to go onto land and bring back stuff for the facility. So that's where that brothers and sisters come from. So little brothers and little sisters are usually used as couriers throughout the facility. And then whenever they grow up, they can choose to become a big brother or a big sister that actually goes out into the world to bring stuff back.
Aww. Mailman centric.
Yeah. So that was one set. And then the other one was me going on some sort of, I don't know, fucking high, where I decided, hey, okay, so the character that's giving this mission has a problem. Like, she's addicted to everything, right? So what if I kind of themed this thing, because it's from her, to, like, be like, oh, of course she'd give us this quest, right? So the group would go into... basically, oh man, what's not Kellogg's? It's the elves with cookies.
Oh, that's Keebler.
Keebler.
Thank you, Wong.
It's a Keebler kind of thing where they're going into a cookie factory to figure out why all of the Fae in there have lost their shit. So it's a factory that is entirely, like, forested, trees, all that jazz. And what had happened was that the person who is running the factory was actually making magic brownies by making sugar-coated cocaine. Or meth? It was cocaine or meth?
Something spicy.
Cocaine?
No, like sugar encrusted. And they were...
Cocaine, let's go.
They were topping their brownies with this sugar-coated cocaine / meth.
Oh.
Whichever one crystallizes, I think that's meth. So yeah, candy-coated meth. Before shipping out to where all the places that it needed to go. Like, they were using it as their distribution center. And they missed out on a payment to the Fae, and they usually paid the Fae in sugar, so the Fae all ate this candy-coated meth.
I'm having such a face journey right now.
They're going through a bad trip.
Oh, Fresh, what have you done? It's the last thing the Fae need. Is substance abuse.
Well, as I said, the character that I gave the quest has an addiction to everything, so of course she gave them that quest. But I was like, yeah, so all of the items that you can get from this quest line are all defunct product manufacturing attempts for this thing. So, like, you can get a +2 cookie cutter.
Oh. Okay.
Or the movable rod, which is like the immovable rod, except it moves at a fixed speed in one direction until it stops.
Huh.
Or until it hits a wall, basically. Because it
doesn't move anymore.
Yeah, well, it's because it takes, I think it's 500 pounds of resistance, so the rod will continue moving until it gets 500 pounds of resistance.
Gotcha. Okay.
That's a lot of pounding.
Yeah.
No.
Well, the basic idea was that they were trying to figure out a more efficient way to make a conveyor belt, but they couldn't figure out how to make it loop back. So it only would go in one direction.
That's so funny.
And the other one was the, I think I called it the party popper. And the idea was that it explodes into glitter. So it can be used like fairy fire, but unlike with fairy fire, it's not, like, the glitter itself isn't magical. So you can't make them drop the spell because it's not a spell, it's actual glitter.
And it sticks to people.
And it sticks to people.
Well, of course it does.
Yeah.
It's glitter.
And that one was, it's edible glitter even.
Oh.
Because the idea was that they were going to do it on top of cupcakes.
Aww.
Or like they were going to use them to decorate the things so that it wouldn't have to be done cake by cake.
Yeah.
So all the items would be silly like that. Like
that's so delightful.
But yeah, we can't stretch that out into a full campaign, but it's a very silly one shot.
I love it. One of these days, you might get me to info dump about a custom TTRPG system that I have ideas for and need to like go about finishing up. Yeah, I have some documents written about it, but I need to like corral myself into making it a complete thing and not just like a document with all the concepts that are there. The main crux of it is that you have 3 health stats, kind of, that are called blood, sweat, and tears. So they're equivalent to like your HP, your stamina, and your emotional health. And so each person... Well, okay. Each health bar, when brought to a certain point, will start to cause bleed damage to the other health bars, and the actual psychology designed into the character that you're playing changes how they react to crisis scenarios.
Huh.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of the Alien tabletop game.
Ooh.
The Alien tabletop game has your character increase their stress level depending on if they witness disturbing events. And the higher their stress level, the higher their room for error when they have to commit an action.
Yeah.
I'll have to ask a friend of mine. She was telling me about a system that she was playing. I think it was called like the mask system. But like each character gets a mask and they have a power level and a humanity level. So the higher your power level becomes, the less human you become. So your logic changes because you aren't a person.
That reminds me of Shadowrun. Where the more technic stuff like cybernetics you have, the less human you are. So you're more susceptible to being hacked and stuff.
Oh, that's fun. So I gotta like cram out of my room real quickly. He's pathetically rolling on the floor. He doesn't ask for out, he rolls about it. I love him.
Precious.
Outside? Yeah, outside.
He's been released.
I always like it when people's voices increase an octave when they're talking to their animals.
One second.
It's delightful that people use baby voices at animals because it means that we're truly like bonded to them, like psychologically. Because like people do that to babies under the biological concept that it will make it easier for them to pick up language. So anything you do baby voice at is something that you've kind of imprinted on as like a parent a little bit.
I'm primarily silent when I'm hanging out with animals.
Yeah.
Unless it's like a calling sound like that.
Yeah. Humans will pack bond with anything, even a Roomba.
My stepmom taped a bunch of knives to a Roomba and then put it in a large X pen filled with balloons, and then people took bets on which balloons it would pop first.
I've seen videos like that and I love them.
You say that, Con, but I literally just sold all my fish like 3 days ago.
Wait, how did we get to this convo? We're talking about knife Roomba. Oh, pack bonding.
There, 5 knives! No!
Oh, you're
Pack bonding.
talking about pack bonding. Well, don't blame me for you not pack bonding with your fish. Non-mammalian things tend to be harder for people to get attached to, though. That is, like, a statistical thing that people see from me. Yeah.
Every dragon fucker in this server would like a word.
Okay, the way that we anthropomorphize dragons, though, it usually brings them more towards mammalian traits.
Debatable.
Usually. Not
I specifically write dragons as very cat-like.
You have your points. I have some points. Maybe not as much as you, but I have them. Don't touch my points.
I'm wondering if dragons are probably more like their behavior's like a mix of cat and monitor lizard.
Ooh. Making me want to design like a gecko dragon.
You need to design a gecko cat based on Graham's fur pattern.
He's just a little.
He's perfect.
He's just a guy with little stripy pajamas.
And gecko eyes.
Big wall-eyed. No thoughts inside. Just for looking.
Mother, I dropped my trinket.
That wasn't very audible. What'd you say?
Oh, I had my mic raised up, that's why. Mother, I dropped my crim kit.
Yeah.
Jiminy Cricket?
I'm gonna drop Jiminy Cricket into a tank with a leopard gecko and see what happens.
Carnage.
We all know what happens.
Well, not really carnage, more vor, because there isn't any hemolymph being spilled.
Rest in peace, you stupid frickin' moralist cricket. Do you think that oh, go ahead.
I remember my entomology professor specifically telling me, like, if you're gonna torture an insect, don't put their head in water, because that's not gonna work, because their respiratory organs are located on their abdomen.
Yeah, so my spider character, Terittella, you wouldn't be able to waterboard her. So messed up. I may introduce Terra into this server.
Yes. I love Terittella. She's adorable.
Yeah. I have the Furophage in. I'm thinking that the next character that I'm going to bring in is Darius, the therapist cat. And then maybe after that I might use Terra.
Therapist.
Ginger snaps?
No, oh, are you asking about ginger snaps in general?
Yes.
I don't know. Ginger snaps feels more like a plot device than a character to me. I like her.
Do you mean like Ginger Snaps like the old horror movies?
In this case, we're more so referring to the cookies because this character is... I'd say she is about the size of 4 horses, despite being a tortoiseshell long-haired cat.
Interesting.
And so the few times that I've written her into like roleplays and stories and stuff, the whole deal is that she's literally like a kaiju level threat, but she's just a kitty. She doesn't know what she's doing. She's just a kitty.
You're huge. That means you have huge beans.
True. Knight says that enjoying size dynamics is really rough around you because you are a threat to tiny things. See, See, that's why a cat's so funny, is because a cat doesn't moralistically understand any of that. All cat knows is put paw on top of thing when move.
You're making me miss Oreo's paws. She has those pristine indoor cat paws.
You are not immune to indoor cat propaganda.
What
are those noises? Nav making the most gnomish sounds possible over there.
Never.
Hello, European cryptid.
I guess.
Yeah, because there's this meme going on like, oh yeah, European cryptids are just whimsical little creatures, and American cryptids are like friggin' wendigos and horrifying creatures. Typically born of Native American lore.
Yeah, I think people's obsession right now is with the mythos.
Did you just say that European creatures are just whimsical?
Yeah, like whimsical little gnomes and mushrooms and something like that. Unless you count something like Germans, because Germans are always fucked up.
Yeah, that's European for you.
I live in Germany.
We handle fucked up shit regularly.
Yeah.
We are totally, probably desensitized to them.
Irish.
Like, yeah, there is that old hag who is going to feed you to the point where you actually have meat on your bones, and then they are going to eat you.
I forgot. Hansel and Gretel?
Hansel and Rapunzel?
Hansel and Gretel.
Hansel and Gretel. Rapunzel is a different one.
Yeah. Irish Fae can
also,
be.
There's a little.
Oh.
Oh my god. The English name of that person is so long, and the Hungarian one simplifies it to one word. Little Red Riding Hood.
Oh.
We just simply call it Reddy.
Oh.
Like Tiny Red.
Aww.
That's it. That's the name. Because she has a tiny Red Riding Hood. So we just call it Tiny Red.
That's adorable.
If I want to say it in Hungarian, it's like, imagine red, but like an adjective, like to a tinification of red.
Yeah, like how you can say in Spanish gatito for little cat.
Either in Spanish or in Slovak or in Hungarian. For example, red is piros. And like reddy, small red, is like piroshka.
Gotcha. Ooh, Knight's saying that they kind of want to try to join the server, but they don't do art. There is a quote-unquote guest pass system.
Yeah.
So, like, someone...
sign on.
Oh, continue?
A lot of people...
there is a channel here,
guests.
guest pass, where you need to sign up that, yep, that's me, I'm above the age, let me in.
And I've read the rules, that's also important.
Yeah.
It's basically having someone who's already in the server vouch for you so that you get access to all of the character building stuff, even though you won't be participating in like the art stuff.
That is that also guest? Isn't that something different?
I was not aware of the vouching part, probably because I was part of the server when it was entering into that stage. I don't know.
That makes me want to go dig. What am I thinking?
As a guest, I can see all the events that take place here.
I know there is an option.
Like Greek has someone that they have guest passed in.
Yeah.
That's Thema though.
Someone of great significance.
Yeah.
I don't think that's guest pass. Guest pass is just people who maybe want to apply later, or maybe they just want to, vibe. And there's a different one where somebody can vouch for you and buy you entrance
Yeah.
with points.
That's the webcomic credit. And it's
It's only webcomics?
I think it's just points in general.
Challenge submission, drop by post, RP threads, gift train. It's I think it's a carpool pass.
That's it.
There. Yeah,
And
I'm
it's I'm an EP boy.
You're so valiant.
Curio is the best Curio.
Yes, do be getting late for you.
Other Curio.
Oh, Alaris.
Oh, it's only
Hi.
10 to 6. It's
Yeah,
not that.
but you do get tired around this time, though.
It's because I woke up early.
I like how you have like a general idea of Curio's like natural like rhythm.
Kurio's usually the one that goes to bed first. Fred is one of the people who stay up longest.
Hey!
It's endearing.
And Dota is... it just means I've been around for a long time.
Nav is also very observant. They were the first one to realize Dada's schedule. Especially her naps.
Oh, yeah. Today is SAR's free day, so maybe SAR will be joining. I don't know. I know the usual suspects.
You'll never understand my schedule because I don't have a schedule. Woo.
Yeah.
I say as
making it
Night
kinda
Gamer goes into deep description about my schedule in chat.
You tend to nap between 7 and 9.
Let me be. Let me be unknowable. Let me be
I'm
unknowable.
making noise.
Help, help, they're
I would
comprehending
say,
me. I'm supposed to be incomprehensible.
I would say I am the person without schedule. Because I'm rotating my sleeping schedule on a regular basis.
Yeah, I'll do it.
My days has more than 24 hours. So yeah, I just stay up longer and then
Alaris.
sleep later.
Thank you for the bits. Poking my fingers together. Ah, bah, 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 bah. As usual, I hope you're taking care of yourself
It's
first
the
and
pattern
foremost.
autism.
Pattern detection unit.
Somebody paid 200. No
Yeah.
tips.
Yeah, Alaris gave me some bits and I muted up to say thank you. Yeah, Alaris is a regular. They're really nice and they always come in with the cutest emotes.
What did you do?
Are you talking to a pet right now? Or?
I think so.
Javier,
Yes.
Suddenness.
what did you do?
What do you mean?
What is it?
I am absolutely innocent.
New court
I say
defense.
that
Anyway,
New court defense just dropped.
I'm Omega innocent. See, it wasn't me. Did somebody buy you something?
Why did I get a notification from you?
From me?
Yes.
The fuck?
Mysterious.
Oh.
I'm gonna...
That's not me. I don't know who that is.
Ooh.
That's not me. I don't know.
I'm gonna slip out of Discord because it's about time that I wrap up stream. But thank you all for coming in and sharing some company with me.
Yeah, we'll see you around. We better see you around later.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes!
I'm in duress. / Jay, don't call the cops.
I'm sorry.
No, you're funny.
I mean, I'm not that sorry, but I'm sorry enough.
You're a delight, Fresh. But yeah, I'll catch you guys around.
I'm an adult.
Yeah.
No matter what I say.
Facts. But yeah, ta-ta. Okay, hanging out with some buddies to keep me awake was a really good strategy. I'm gonna find someone to raid. I'm gonna get Grandma on the leash. I'm gonna eat something, and then I'm gonna be playing D&D late at night. And that's my day. Okay, let's see who else is streaming. That R roll was really hard to do for some reason. Streaming. Wow. Don't get that privilege to be called an adult because you're small and don't act like one. There is a layer at which your face and size plays into how people perceive you. Like, you can be, like, big, tall, and act like a child, and people will archetype you one way. Or you can be itty-bitty, and you can act normal, and people will be like, oh, you're just a small bean. I think we might raid Xenospreed. They're working on some really cool, really pink moth demon art, and I freaking love their style. Who does pastel clothing and is 4'7"? That is... Oh. Kendall. Okay. Where's my widget? There's my widget. Okay. /raid Xenospreed. Alright. Y'all know the drill. Be good to streamer. Be good to each other. Most importantly, be good to yourselves as well. I'll catch you around sometime. Ta-ta.